Hello, everyone. You are listening to the 4th episode of the Super Ultimate Podcast. My name is Dan, and I am joined by Yalinca.
Hello.
And Riccio.
Yahoo! I don't know why I wanted Mario.
Wow,
dude.
really fantastic.
It was barely
entrance.
Mario.
And today we are talking about, I believe you mentioned chia pets?
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay.
What did you want to talk about?
Dude, what the fuck?
How does it grow like where it is? You know what I mean?
It's food for thought, right? Like,
Wait, are you supposed to eat a chia pet thing?
oh my
Chia
god.
seeds
God.
are a food.
But is a
You put them in, like,
I was gonna say,
yogurt
but
and
where's
stuff.
the pet? Okay, listen.
Okay, you remember before this, I said that I go on tangents? I want you to go on a tangent this time.
Maybe you want to
Talk about you being a
Tangent.
serial killer this whole time, and as a kid,
serial killer?
pulling off the legs of insects.
No, okay, whoa.
No, don't say no.
Where did the serial killer
Explain,
part come?
because
I
excuse
watched
you.
2 seasons of the show You on Netflix, and I've suddenly become a serial killer.
No, this is from when you were a kid. Explain.
I don't understand.
Yes, you do.
I had the outside backyard of my parents' place, and sometimes insects would jump on me, and sometimes their legs would fall off.
You specifically said that you would pop them off, and the pop sound was
No,
what made you
no.
feel like a real man.
No. Oh my god.
And then you needed bigger game.
So then that's when I realized that the sniper rifles in Destiny, that like
We can't do this.
You said you didn't want to talk about Destiny today, and here we are.
Dude, Destiny is,
Yalinca's going for red tricks. It's been a lot of Destiny this season.
Yeah. it has.
Destiny is a roller coaster of emotions right now, and I don't want to.
Right now, always. Always has been.
I think the best time to talk about Destiny is in a month from now, and the next season starts, and then we know where it's at. Because right now, it's just going to be like, oh, I sure
The
hope.
weird thing is that like I am not like. There's definitely been times, though they were mostly during Destiny 1, where I would get frustrated with like the amount of time that I spent on it, or like things that they would roll back. In Destiny 2, I don't think I've ever felt like that. I think for a small like 1 month period after Curse of Osiris came out, before Warmind did, that I was just sort of like, I'm just going to take a break from this game, and that's it. You know, I've been playing solidly since Warmind came out, and I don't regret any of my time with it. I just have fun, just, you know, you talk about grinding those pinnacles out the first week of every season, and it's like, oh, I work on them for the whole season, and it's a fun new way to change up how I play the video game. Like getting Revoker, I actually learned how to use a sniper rifle in Crucible, and that's my favorite way to play Crucible now.
See, I think that's why I like doing the pinnacle weapons, or like the strong weapons, or whatever they put out at the start of the seasons. At the start, because it reminds me of the old Halo days, where you'd have like the custom like, you know, okay, a way long time ago, like a year or 2 in Destiny, there was where they made a gun super OP and they gave the laser gun to everybody, and it felt like laser tag for a weekend.
Yeah.
They don't do
When
anything.
Curse of Osiris came out.
Yeah, Curse of Osiris. They don't do stuff like that on purpose. And at the start of the season, when everybody's like, oh, fuck, I gotta use like a goddamn sniper rifle, and no one's good at it, kind of, like you have a bunch of people just using it, and it feels like it's a special mode. So that's what's fun. Like,
So that's that you're
like
talking
everybody
about
using
this season of
Arbalest.
Crucible Arbalest, yeah.
But even then, like when the grenade launcher thing came out, or I guess when people were grinding for Revoker, everybody sniping on matches was like scary, but it was fun.
I'm sick of the sound of Arbalest.
Sick with it now.
I'm sick with it. The worst thing is that gun's fucking fun to use. It's stupid fun.
And you know what's funny? It's just a bad sniper rifle.
Basically.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
worried
just
about
takes
learning
too
how to
long to
snipe to
shoot.
get your
It's
own
not a bad
Revoker.
sniper.
And
It's a dope
No, it's
sniper.
a good one, but it just takes too long.
You can, well, I don't,
it's a sniper that has charge time.
but it one-shots people out of supers.
True.
Anyone.
So does a sniper rifle?
Anyone, I guess so. But you get too close to a sniper. I don't know. I really
It's
like
a
Arbalest.
sniper rifle. How are you getting too close?
You get
You're
too
not
close.
doing
Well,
it
supers,
right.
Supers come at you.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is
And that's it for the Destiny tonight.
Can I just say one thing before we stop? Destiny has been the game that has, after getting someone else to join and start playing it and explaining certain parts of the game, because, you know, Destiny 2 doesn't really, it's not really user-friendly to new people.
Yeah. Especially right now, where the story mode is like if at least they left it how it used to be, it'd be like, oh yeah, you're gonna play the story, and then by then you'll get used to some of the systems, and then you'll get into doing the other stuff. They took that away because they wanted it to become like, hey, jump on and do Strikes and Gambit and Crucible, but like that's not what people want to do. Yeah,
Cash stop.
Yeah.
But like explaining stuff to newer people and then just realizing for myself, like, why did I do this? Like, oh, you can get a name above your name or underneath your name. It's just like, you did it for a title? Yeah.
Yeah, but look, half the people don't have a purple name under their white name.
I have a hand cannon that poisons people.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's just like, that's what video games are. How have I not seen this before? Like, worthless. I love them. But Destiny specifically has just been like, I'm really going to do this just so I have Wayfarer underneath my... Like, I could just change my Steam name to
but the
Wayfarer.
titles are purple, though, so
This
you
is
absolutely
true.
need them.
So I'm going to regurgitate a quote from Twitter. It was by... I don't know how to say his last name. Rami something. He's the guy that made, like... he's Flambeer. The guy that made Ridiculous Fishing and Luftrausers and everything.
Super Great Box?
Is that
I don't
Flambeer?
remember. I don't remember.
It might be.
Sure.
I think his last name is
Nuclear Throne?
Ismail? I don't know. I worry about butchering it. But he said when people were complaining about Destiny and Trials and Power Matters and stuff, he said, you all complaining about it, this is paraphrasing, but he said, you're all complaining about that stuff, but I dare any of you to come at me with a better alternative for Skype.
Yep.
Because that's, and he went on a little bit of a thread of like, tell me another Skype app that lets you like throw like space magic at dinosaurs or whatever. Like it was some stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, Destiny's kind of just it's like a place to hang out almost. And like, especially when I've been playing with Liz, like I feel like when you bring new people into the game, it's a lot of like, okay, well, you're trying to be a tour guide as best you can. Yeah. But at a certain point for them, it just clicks. And then they just find their own groove of like, I'm just going to hang out here and do this thing.
Yeah.
And Alice, they just sort of run around and do all the quests at their own pace. They don't worry about missing anything. And it's like, yeah, that's, they really enjoy playing Gambit. I looked at the stats for our whole clan.
Yeah.
And even though Alice only played for like a solid 3 months and played Gambit for that amount of time, they have like third most ever infamy or something like that.
Wow.
And it's only you and me above them. Yeah. And we play like a fuckload.
Jesus.
I think
I played in bursts though, but
I've even said this about Liz because I know she's not liking PvP as you said, but
she only enjoys mayhem but doesn't enjoy PvP. She
But
also
loves
gets a little
chats.
nervous about doing like
those-
higher end activities, I
Yeah.
guess, but mostly with random people. Like
Yeah.
she enjoys our raids because
it's basically what
it's
I used
all
to
us
be.
just hanging out and
when it's all
doing
of us,
this activity
it's
and
whatever.
yeah.
But like Thorn, and it's so stupid that Thorn was the quest or the gun that made me like the game. I don't know if it was that it just clicked after that in a way that it's just like, oh, hand cannons are actually good. This is how you use them. But I think it was the same time I started using mouse and keyboard as well. But I say that, and again, I'm using Wish and a bow now instead of Thorn. But it's just, once you find your loadout,
I've always
it's
assumed
just...
that a Thorn was your favorite gun.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, definitely.
Mine is Jotun.
Yeah.
What's your favorite gun, Riccio?
You guys are just saying that,
Recluse.
and I was trying to think. Recluse is an
Your most
easy
used,
one,
I guess.
but
Well, no, you got to have a gun that like doesn't necessarily have to be your most used, but
I guess
it's
it'd be
like,
Lord of Wolves or oh my god, I can't remember the sniper that funds a shot.
Revoker.
Revoker. I was a
Oh,
Reclaimer.
yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
dude, that's a
I
song.
thought it-
Reclaimer's a good name.
That's some
Reclaimer's a
Spark-
Destiny gun name.
Yeah, that's
all
a
right,
Halo thing, if anything.
I
Truth
thought it
Reclaimer.
would have been like Duke, or you were using another hand cannon at some point. Was it Spare Rations or Better
Yeah.
Devils was your favorite?
Better
gun
Devils
at
was
some
original,
Point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Spare Rations was good for a while for PvE, but
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like if you look back across the history of Destiny, what's like if you could equip one gun and use it, what would that gun be? Because for me, that's Jotun. I'll fire Jotun for the rest of Destiny's history.
In Destiny,
I don't care when they lock off light level of exotics eventually or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I will use Jotun forever.
If it was still Destiny 1 strats where I could self revive, it would just be the oh man, that scout rifle. It's not Mananan. That's from Destiny 2.
Tlaylock.
Tlaylock, yeah.
Yeah.
But if not that one, it's whenever I was playing Destiny 2 in my like peak PvP time of transfer steps that auto reloaded, and then just Lord of Wolves sprinting around like crazy, just going so fast.
But if you could have one of those guns right now, and that was the gun you're going to use for the rest of your time playing Destiny, would you have Tlaylock or would you have Lord of Wolves?
I guess I'd have to say Tlaylock because Lord of Wolves I couldn't raid.
That's the answer I was looking for.
I would have more fun.
You can raid with our guns.
So you know what? I would take Lord Will so that I would try to find the sneaky ways to do all these raid bosses since we can't snipe anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get up at the Sanctified Mine. Just jump up there with
shoot
it
him in the fucking face. Yeah. You mentioned something that I kind of want to talk about. I think like last podcast. So you're talking about cosmetics.
Yes.
And I want to talk about almost like the season pass stuff and like the loot boxy things.
Yeah.
Because I know you play like a lot of Overwatch. I've played Overwatch and stuff too.
Yeah.
And recently I've been playing so many games with so many fucking season passes that I'm trying to level up. And I'm trying to think of, I wonder what's like what do you guys think is like the most, not enjoyable one, but like, would you rather have loot boxes that were randomly giving you a shit ton of cosmetics, but you'd have like the chance of getting everything? Or do you like the idea of like battle passes where
battle pass is way better?
I kind of like the battle pass because I can be like, okay, I can get off at like 31. I can stop. I don't have to do this anymore because I've got the things I care about. But then I also hate how long sometimes battle passes are and like the extra stuff. But then loot boxes, you could kind of just play Overwatch and have fun.
This is the thing. I don't like battle passes because of the fact like you have your free, usually one, and then your paid one. Yeah. And I don't like being able to see what other people are getting and you're missing, because that's kind of cunty. I mean, it's like you should be paying.
That's trying to sell you on
paying, exactly.
Right? Though, like,
but if you don't have that and it's just there is a pool of things you can get randomly, play the game, have fun. If it drops, it drops. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I prefer that.
Other than Destiny and I guess mobile games like Clash Royale and all stuff, like a lot of the season passes like Call of Duty or Fortnite and even Apex, I think, the things I like about that is that if you do only play that game, you can buy the first battle pass and there's enough coins in each one to buy like, usually I think, enough to buy the next one. So you can kind of just buy one, and if you play nothing but that game, then you're set. So you put like an initial $10, whatever.
That's interesting. So the only game I play that has that system is Magic Arena.
Oh, okay. Like enough to buy the next one, or
it doesn't have enough, but if you're playing over the course of the season, you'll just amass.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. It's technically the paid currency, but it gives you a lot of gold as well, which lets you enter into events, and then you earn the paid stuff out of that.
So I realized that is actually also a way for them to be like, hey, you got extra currency. You can save it for the next battle pass, but here's a dope fucking skin we just put out in the actual paid store.
Yeah, they do that as well, but it's
I hate that, but anyway,
whatever, because you get more you get more packs and stuff from battle pass. Though I'm not playing Magic Arena right now, and that's not for like, it sucks because Magic Arena also is the one where it's almost impossible to catch up on the battle pass because like just regular matches don't give you XP. It's like daily challenges and weekly challenges that give it. So it's like,
I like games like Destiny and Fortnite and Apex, I guess, the ones that I play on Call of Duty, I guess, that no longer are just like, hey, here's like 10 challenges. These like, okay, even Rocket League doesn't do it anymore. But the old style where they would just give you the challenges and that was the only way to gain experience or like whatever fucking tokens that would level you up or whatever it is.
Yeah, Destiny I think is actually the most forgiving battle pass out of anyone that I've seen or played with.
Yeah.
Because it's like every activity gives you XP in that game. Every bounty is like I feel like I do play a chunk, but like that's mostly in my like quest for the seasonal title. I just play for that. Yeah. And usually by the time I'm done that title, I'm like close to level 200 when there's only 100 levels in the battle pass. Yeah. And that's just because I grab bounties, right? You know, I don't particularly try to finish bounties every day, or like the only ones I do are the like 6 weekly ones that give you bright dust.
Yeah.
So I can buy more cosmetics, but it's like, you know, I don't try and overplay, and I'm season rank 241 right now, you know, and it's just how it is. It's just easy in Destiny, and especially they let you get XP from regular activities, and they have the repeatable bounties, so you could theoretically go in on the last day of the season and finish your battle pass from zero.
I still think as much as I enjoy the battle pass,
you cannot do that in Magic Arena.
Yeah,
it would be hell to do it in Dota Underlords from what I've seen, because when you finish, you only get like, even if you finish in first, you get like 150 XP, and it's 1,000 for a level.
Oh, jeez.
So it's like,
so Call of Duty takes about an hour per level in the battle pass. Fortnite is fucking ridiculous.
What actually gives it to you in Call of Duty though?
It's like a mix of experience and like time played or whatever.
Okay.
But experiences, like if you're playing like a double XP weekend, you're playing on like Shipment, which is like a tiny map where like there's 100 deaths within 10 seconds, and it's like fucking insane. Those ones give you like almost a battle pass tier per, so it's the weight in time and experience is like for sure experience gives you way more than like a long match or whatever.
Right. Okay.
But Fortnite's really ridiculous where you can kind of play a little bit and get like I don't really play that much Fortnite. I tried to. There's a freaking cat character that I wanted to get, and I
You
realized it's
you
almost,
convinced me to download it.
yeah, and then I backed out. So I'm
And
like, I don't
then
want to do another battle pass.
It destroyed my division
I don't-
install somehow.
Yeah. I don't want to do another battle pass, and also I know I'm never gonna get good at the building, so it's like whatever. But Fortnite, I feel like is at least an easy one to. There's so many challenges you can do that don't really even require shooting anybody. It's like land here, find a letter somewhere, like loot 6 chests somewhere, like. And I
Aren't
played
a lot of Apexes like that as
yeah,
well?
they're similar.
okay.
But Fortnite, I hopped in for about like half an hour and I gained like 6 battle pass levels on like the first day, and I was like, okay, wow. Then, but then
But then those challenges are
the challenge,
done,
yeah,
right?
yeah, but the challenge is, but then it's like every day you get double XP for like a certain, I don't know. Leveling through the battle pass isn't their hard thing. Like you can fly through that in like maybe not a few days, but like a month, you're for sure past it, and it's like a 4-month season. Destiny's pretty okay, but I feel like, man, I feel like whenever because we played Destiny a lot, and
Yeah.
I like the battle pass idea there, but I also super miss how it was in year 1. The way that as much as I also hate loot boxes because there's duplicates and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I think
Destiny 2 year 1?
yeah.
Static roll time?
No. I'm talking about the cosmetic side.
Yeah, I
you know when you
I
level,
like-
yeah.
I'm
I-
a staunch defender of static rolls.
I feel like I miss that loot box thing because I feel like Destiny 2 lately, especially on the cosmetic side, feels like everything is so expensive. And there's, I was talking to Dan about this, I think, like a few weeks ago, where like I feel like Destiny when I play it, like sure, there's a lot of raids to chase and like crazy loot and like exotics and all those pinnacles, and there's like a bunch of shit. But I like the looking cool aspect of it. And like stuff like emotes now and skins or just straight up armors and shit. Like there's a lot of stuff that's on the paid thing that sure you can get it if you grind a lot to get like bright dust or whatever, but then it's like fucking impossible to get a lot of it to get like not if you want to get everything, it's legit impossible. There's no way to get enough bright dust, so you'd have to spend money, and I kind of hate that. But
Well, there's unlimited bright dust bounties. They don't give a lot.
yeah,
They did double everything.
Like,
but
if you
it
were
was
to
really
do-
small to start with.
if you were to do all the thing I hate is like let's say if you were to do all 3 characters in a week to do their like special weekly bounties, you'd get
Yeah.
like maybe 3,000. I think it's like 3,400. I don't know what it is. Like 3,000 something bright dust for just the weeklies.
So there's
It's 1,200 I think per, so 3,600 maybe.
if
there's no
yes,
special
it
events
is
or
1,200.
yeah, unless
per-
there's
yeah,
like the
so-
Crucible thingy or whatever
Yeah.
thing going on. But and then like you have that fucking emote that came out this week. That's the not clopping. Oh my god, the
Cowbell.
cowbell. Oh my god, I was thinking of the horse.
I know.
Yeah, the
Okay,
Monty,
that's
the Monty
not,
Python
saying
thing.
clopping to
Yeah.
it is not good anyway. But yeah, the
No.
Monty Python
Yeah.
thing anyway. And that thing comes out and it's 4,200,
Pretty much.
which is like even if I were to grind all this week, I'd have to do that and then spend. I don't know how many bounties they gave me. 10 bright dust,
20 now,
20 bright
but
dust.
yeah.
It's like it's so fucking much. Like you'd have to no life it, and then the next week something will come out and they'd be like, oh no, here's a cooler emote or something.
Yeah.
And I get it's not about.
So at least the funny thing about that is at least the Eververse store is set for the whole season.
Yeah.
So somebody data mines it at the beginning, and
Yeah.
then you can plan out what you need.
But
for
the thing
what,
is like.
but-
Back in the year 1 and year 2 ish, I liked the idea that you'd see all that stuff and you knew it was possible and you had a chance at getting it, even if it wouldn't happen. But now it kind of sucks to log in every week and you kind of go to that store page to be like, this is where only the new content is. Let me just see. Okay, cool. I'm never gonna get any of this shit, and it's gone again. Maybe it'll come back in a few months or something for like whatever, or it won't.
well, that's
like,
the thing. In a few months, it'll be in the engrams that are just the droppable ones, right? Like it's
so
fine.
that'll be in like a year and a bit, but
That's fine.
that's fine for like a later thing, but it sucks to see so much shit that looks cool immediately, and for like to not even have that thought of like, oh, I could maybe work towards this or whatever. It's just like, wow, look at all this cool shit I'll never get. Okay, bye. Like it's like this weird kind of, I don't know.
So I feel like I've told you this before when we have our long text conversations about this stuff.
Come out
But-
of nowhere, but yeah.
Yeah. I think that a lot of your problems with Destiny are because you have played so goddamn much of it.
Yeah.
I realize that. Like every time we play, not okay.
I mentioned Zur 2 days ago, and you went right, oh, fuck, he exists. Who even gives a shit? And I was like, Liz like needs new. She's excited
Dude,
to see him every
yeah.
week. Like, what the fuck?
It sounds super not like elitist. I guess maybe that's like a word for it. But whenever we do raids, like when we're showing Liz some raids or like doing stuff
Yeah,
with
we
whoever,
just did Garden of Salvation.
yeah.
last
But
week,
it's there's always that like moment. It's such a dumb thing. Like I don't know how to make this sound not like a shit thing, but like being like a raid, be like, yeah, oh, yeah, just equip your Izanagi, like your crazy exile. It's like, oh yeah, no, not everybody has that, or like not like.
We had
I
to
don't
go
know.
specifically before we did the last chunk of raids with Liz. I specifically had to go and get Whisper of the Worm for her because I knew it would come up. That it would be like, you need a good sniper rifle for this, and Whisper will be fine for it.
At least stuff like Whisper.
She loves Whisper, so that's great. But yeah.
At least stuff like Whisper and Outbreak, like there's a quick little mission in quotes to like get it really quick.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a lot of stuff like no, my tongue did its thing, dude. Yalinca doing the quest for Wendigo, which is a dope grenade launcher. But even stuff like that, being like, oh yeah, just equip Wendigo really quick. It's like
okay, well yeah, let me just go do
for like 12 hours,
20,000 strikes, and yeah.
So it's anyway, but
yeah, but I mean,
I realize there's a mindset that I don't have, and I wish I'd almost jump in now so that there'd already be this like back catalog of shit I'll never get. That's just like, okay, cool, it's adding on to this thing. This is normal. But
that's
having
Alice's attitude. Like,
yeah,
they miss a season. It's like, whatever.
It's having that before where I know I was playing a lot of Destiny, so I knew that at some point I either get enough or enough bright dust from dismantling that stuff or whatever to just pick and choose or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It just
Dude, can I just say, people joining now, being able to Sparrow on Mercury, just
oh my god,
you guys don't know the
being able
struggles
to
we went
Sparrow
through.
before you get to level 20.
That too.
that's
Oh my
right. I
god.
forgot. That's account wide at least though. Whenever it used to be that, or you just
It was
transfer a
only
Sparrow.
account wide because you could transfer a Sparrow through the item managers or whatever. Yeah.
But
If you knew that you could do that.
God damn, we talked about Destiny again. But no, the thing is,
Damn right we
I mean,
did.
we're kind
We
of
all
doing-
play a lot of that game.
We're also talking about cosmetics as well, kind of. Well, we tangented, but
I've been enjoying this past season of Destiny because of how much I front loaded so much of it.
Yeah.
Because of being able to play so much stuff. Like how recently I finished like still going back and playing stuff from last year, like After Party and all that, and finding maybe a new soundtrack that I like that's rivaling like Celeste's almost. But
I feel like a lot of your problems with Destiny break down to like, I want more stuff to do. But then it's like, well, of course you finished everything in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like
okay, so I get that, but I think it's because there's this feeling I get now when I load up Destiny where I'm having fun at its core.
Well,
I'm having fun.
I think that's the thing, is the core of Destiny, the gameplay, the moment-to-moment shooting is
but I'm not-
outstanding,
yeah.
fantastic, that it makes you want to have more stuff to do because you want an excuse to be in that world almost, right?
But it's like everything around it. Like recently, like there's stuff that's in flux right now for everything but I like playing it, but then you'll kind of have like the season pass stuff coming in and like the cosmetics. You'll get another fucking engram that gives you like nothing or the same shit you've gotten. So there's no duplicate protection on this old stuff or whatever. And then you get like.
Well, let me tell you tend to get a lot of stuff that you don't have when you get to season rank 240 because you get a lot of engrams.
Geez.
So,
but no, like that stuff, and then like hearing the stuff they did this past week where we unlocked Trials of Osiris, which is a cool mode that comes by every Friday, which is like this hardcore PvP thing. But then bringing that back, and then the news alongside of how fucked it was going to be, and then within the same
they said
world,
like, oh, your power matters, which previously when Trials was in
Yeah.
Destiny, the power was capped because it only cared about your gear level. But now we have seasonal artifacts.
and that goes
Just you
infinitely.
level it infinitely by
If
doing
you have
bounties
time
on the moon.
yeah. If you have time, you'll be able to crush everybody. But
Like I'm plus 21 on my artifact
Yeah.
right now, and even though you have played, you and I both have the seasonal title.
Yeah.
You're only plus 12.
yeah,
Right? Like
something like
that's-
that. Like I'm not
yeah.
that far.
Yeah.
But so then they went back on that and they said we're not gonna do it. Like there's so much stuff that like I'm playing Destiny and I'm seeing all these kind of changes and different things that like maybe I don't like so much or whatever, and it's like I'd rather just experience something new for now. Like I feel like Destiny's in a weird area for me that I'm still having fun with it, but everything surrounding it doesn't feel special anymore or something, where it's like, okay, I'll rather play another game for a little bit and then I'll go back to it and drop in randomly.
So the weird thing I want to say is, how many other games have you put this much time into?
The closest one would probably be like Warframe, and even that's what I'm scared of is Warframe, and it's not anywhere near Destiny now because of what happened in Warframe, where I was like super into it, and they put out one patch that fucked it up for me, and it killed it so hard that I never really ever got the good feel to come back to it. Like I'll install it every once in a while and go back to it, but it doesn't ever hit as hard as it did. And I'm scared that's gonna happen with Destiny if ever like I just.
But I feel like the worst that it's happened with Destiny in the past has been like, stuff's kind of boring this season, so
Yeah.
I'll take a few months off and come back to it when there's more stuff.
It's a dumb thing that it's almost like a feeling of almost like self pride ish of some of the stuff we've managed to accomplish and unlock in that game or whatever, and it's always something I want to play, but I'm scared to get away from that, so that then I get that feeling of holy fuck, how much time did I just waste playing that game in the past type shit. Like, it's a weird teetering thing that I don't know.
It also makes me laugh that I feel like I've played more Destiny than you recently.
Oh,
other than
recently,
you.
absolutely.
Well, but you leave
helping
yours on
me.
in orbit all the
Well,
fucking
that
night.
too, but I'm nearly always about to do something. But
You're reliving my last summer whenever I was
Yeah.
getting all this shit out of the
But
way.
I'm taking enough time to still enjoy it. Like, if I'm playing too much Gambit, I'll stop and I'll play Rumble to get that quest done.
I told you
or-
not to do Redrix.
I know,
I told
know,
you.
but Rumble's done and it's just competitive, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
you're right. It's only 15 competitive matches in the next week.
Stop calling me out. But what I was gonna say is I find
Right, we
it
only call
funny.
out Addy on this podcast.
Exactly.
Oh,
Sorry,
Christ.
Atty.
I told them we try not to or something.
Yes. No, when you told him we're trying
Every
not to, I
time.
made a note that I
Should
would
we
do
switch
it on
it to
purpose.
Red Dead or something, just
Oh,
so it's
no.
someone else? Happy birthday, Red Dead.
How are you gonna play it?
It's not,
It's not even-
it's not his birthday.
Um,
But the fact that you find time to like read up on stuff about Destiny, but you're not even really playing it sometimes.
because I
want to
know where it's at.
I guess,
know-
but it's just like a
You know, okay, I realize what
just
it is.
jump in.
I'm scared that Destiny is gonna get to a place where it becomes like World of Warcraft for a lot of people, where you have all these fond memories and all this shit you've done, and it's all been fantastic. But then there's this point where like you log in one day, which is kind of what's happening right now, ish, where you log in one day and it's just a fucking ghost town of your old friends that used to play. And you're like, oh fuck, like just
It's not.
Well,
it's not, at that
it's not
point yet.
that at all
No.
right now.
I feel like in our group of friends a little bit compared to where it is at its height. Like whenever Forsaken
Right, but you have
dropped-
to realize all the people that played this past Dawn season or whatever, they're probably going to come back
okay.
for worthy, right?
So here's the thing: is since Shadowkeep dropped, there's been a good core group of friends that we've been playing with.
Yeah.
But I mean, when Forsaken came out, the amount of people who like came back to Destiny, like there was a good like 20-ish people kind of hopping on constantly and helping each other, and it was really fun to see people in the community kind of like work with each other to do stuff. And now
Yeah.
it's just kind of you have like our core 6-7 people, maybe that's on now,
So-
but, which is still awesome. I mean, that's awesome now that even just that like a group of people to do raids, but.
Well, I feel like you're also excluding like the people we know in real life
Oh,
actually from
yeah.
that number, where we can probably get, it's probably like 15 of us, maybe
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Whoever's playing on Stadia as well.
I saw Red Dead play it this past week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Hey, Red Dead. I think a lot of people do come back for the like content or story pop off or whatever, but then the
to that
story
point,
doesn't go anywhere.
When Riccio
sometimes.
says that everybody came back for Forsaken, I feel
Yeah.
like that was the last expansion in Destiny that was like an easy like, this is the new yearly thing, right? Because since then it's been like, oh, like every few months you need to pay a few more dollars or whatever to
Oh.
get access to stuff, right? I feel like Forsaken was the last time that like you could buy Forsaken and you were kind of good for the whole year,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
No, you still have to do like the season.
no,
of-
I know,
Oh,
but you
okay.
didn't
But
actually need
yeah.
to do
Oh,
those
okay,
things, right? Because
yeah,
they still
yeah.
gave you more power and
Yeah,
they
okay.
gave you like you still had all the activities from Forsaken and everything, right? But like, I feel like after Forsaken, where all those people dropped off, is probably in those seasons, probably around like middle of Black Armory-ish, or like maybe when Gambit didn't have a raid that season.
Oh
there,
yeah, yeah.
right. Like that's probably when people that are interested in the big expansion probably just completely fell off, and then
Yeah.
like all they see is like more
Stuff.
just seasons of more random crap, and it's hard to get. It's almost intimidating to get back into a game at that point, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna name drop Addy again, like as a real
for
thing
it.
now. But like,
Well, no, because he played during Shadowkeep, but
was
he
play-
not since basically.
he played during Shadowkeep, and before Shadowkeep, every time he kind of hops on, it's the same thing that we hear from a lot of people also, where you're just like,
Yeah.
oh man, there's so much shit I gotta catch up on. There's a power level, there's whatever new activities, there's all stuff. And I mean, it's easier in this year to do that stuff. But that doesn't mean anybody who's not playing knows that. Like, you know what I mean? There's always a sense of everybody feels like there's a huge wall that they have to kind of break back in. My throat fucked up there,
I feel
but
like
break
it's
back
funny 'cause
into.
that wall, that like catching up or backlog is kind of like, don't try and rush that.
Yeah.
Get that done whenever, because it's not. It's whatever.
That's what I mean. When you hit
Like,
your groove and you start enjoying the shooting
Yeah.
in the game, all the new players, it's like, well, look, now we have
you have how
so
much
many
content
things
to go
to do,
through,
right?
Like,
And
don't-
that's actually why I don't like the new season model, like stuff that goes away, because now it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, well, the Black Garden, like, I can't remember what the fuck name of it was. What was it? Vex Offensive.
Vex Offensive.
Yeah,
Also
like that's
Vex
gone,
Offensive.
but that whatever. That was like one. It's like
Yeah.
there used to be a strike and now it's gone.
It was
right?
at
Like that's
least-
whatever.
Yeah.
But like next in like 2 weeks, it's going to be like, okay, there was this really cool sundial activity and like missions where you saved Saint 14. It's like, yeah, but I can't like tourism you through that anymore,
Yeah.
right? Like
So
that stuff's gone.
I know they
It's
said
not
they-
like, oh, let's go like, hey, we're going to collect the stuff and we're going to do this cool, like really hard mission. We're going to get you a cool pulse rifle or a cool sniper rifle.
Like the
right?
fear of not being able to, like the person that I just recently got into it, being able to get them like Ariana's vow or whatever.
Yeah, it's not in the pool yet,
symmetry, like.
Yeah.
But are there gonna be some times where things just aren't like some of the ornaments and stuff? Are they
Oh, they're gone.
gonna
Yeah.
like?
Everything that's in the season pass is gone forever.
And that's
Except the
the-
exotic.
That's the only
yeah.
things that kind of make your gear different. So
Yeah.
if they've missed out on one batch of ornaments, it's just like
So
fuck you, dude.
that's-
Like,
Well, but there still is like decent looking gear in the
true,
game.
but there's like maybe 5 different ones at this point that I have. The rest you have to pay for. That's
Right,
the
but
only way to get
that's
new
supposed to
one.
be the chase, right?
I
So
guess,
you-
but
yeah.
you missed.
I will one
set.
day get a good roll of a devastation complex chess piece,
You won't,
and
though.
it'll happen. I'll have feathers on my back and,
And
a
then
good
it will be
sleek
like-
chess piece.
it'll be
and it'll
solo
be
or something.
fantastic.
The
I have a 50 roll of it, and it's fire, so it's
Okay.
garbage.
Yep.
But I will get another one.
That's the thing is like whenever you compare Destiny to stuff like Warframe, I feel like Warframe, which is known for like fashion frame, like trying to make your dude look as cool as possible, they
I've had people. I spent a lot of time caring about my Destiny appearance, and I was actually idling on the moon social area waiting for Liz to do something. She was just in a lost sector collecting, so I don't remember. And there were people actually like looking at me and like circling me a little bit to like look at my gear. I was like, oh, that's neat. Yeah.
I experienced that whenever I mean, it's dead now, but whenever I loaded up on Stadia for like the first few days,
Yeah.
oh,
All the new
all the
players.
new people. I just go to the Earth place. Oh my god, where Sniper
Farm?
Boy is. No, not even the farm, just the
Devrim.
Devrim
Trostland?
K.
EDZ?
Yeah, Trostland.
Yeah.
And then just having people walk in and be like, whoa. I'm just like on my Sparrow, like doing 360s and shit.
with your sparrow that's shooting like rose petals
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
And I was just testing to see how the controls were on. I was like, okay, I'm hopping off. But no, but anyways, yeah, Warframe does it really cool. Where there's a lot of pieces to customize, sure, but there's a lot of like the look of stuff. One, the look of stuff doesn't really go with your gear. Like there's no gear for it, so it's easier. But I feel like it's easier to try to get a bunch of that stuff. There's a lot of end game chases, whether it's challenges.
So wait, is there like? I thought it was just like static frames in that game.
So there's
is there like
frames-
other pieces to them?
You can get like cosmetic things, which is like arms, back things, bandanas, or like capes and shit, and like shoulder, knee
okay.
things.
I haven't played enough of.
Yeah, do the same thing on your dog as well, and the other thing you can customize.
dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you can have
customize
a
your
dog.
ship. Like there's a lot of just bullshit to chase, but that bullshit to chase is also like the end game. Like you log in and there's like a nightfall or night thing. There's like a hard level thing you can do to get you a few things. Like they throw the cosmetics into like the end game, which is I feel like that's kind of what I wish Destiny would do. Like if we
I feel like that's how Destiny was in like Destiny 1
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
couple years, right?
like doing the skull key things for the chest or skeleton keys for the chest and the strikes to get like strike
well, that,
looking
yeah,
cool.
that was during Rise of Iron. That
But
was
it's still-
after
but it's still
Eververse.
like- but it's
they
still
haven't
like-
replaced that.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, but that's even just like collecting like a cool looking thing. It's like, oh shit, I just killed that boss. Cool, let me get his helmet. Or
Yeah.
like doing the raids at the end of Destiny 1 where you can get like the holographic stuff. Like there was end game activities that had cool
yeah,
shit.
like the Vex armor that looked like
Yeah.
a Vex, or the
Yeah.
the
Now-
Hive armor from
yeah, like now you get that in Destiny 2, but you have like that fucking opulence raid that came out. We're like, yeah, dude, cool. Here's some raid guns that are rusted and look like garbage. Here's raid armor that's rusted and looks like garbage. And then you have like the Vex one where it's like, cool, this is Vex thing that glows, but it's busted up. Looks kind of that one's like okay, that one's kind of okay because the glows
The,
okay.
the glowing is
but
rad.
there's,
Liz,
like-
Liz has great rolls on all that armor, and that's all she wears now, and she's so
but then that's
happy
it.
we did that raid.
That's it.
But then that's it. So it's like, okay, cool. If you hop in, if you don't buy the season pass, you're not getting the Saint 14 stuff. If you're not buying silver or getting a fuck ton of bright dust, you're not getting different armor. Like each season comes around and there's like,
Weirdly, I think the bright dust armor has been like bad.
Also
except for
shit.
one or two pieces.
yeah,
for
there's
the
one that
last
was like
season, so
adventure,
it's-
like leathery looking stuff that finally
Yeah.
looked different, but then that was also.
I did
just-
buy
yeah.
that chest piece, and I did buy last season's chest piece because it has feathers on the
Yeah.
back of
Yeah.
it.
What
But
was the armor that like you were told that you could get the glows, but you have to buy the glows for it? What armor was that again?
Solstice.
yeah, the
Fucking eat
solstice
my
armor.
Yeah,
ass,
and,
Bungie.
and they're gone.
Like next
Yeah.
solstice, not even gonna
Eat
who cares?
it,
Yeah.
Bungie. Like
I'll
If
do
it-
what's
if
necessary
next-
for a title, but I'm not spending.
If
any
next
money.
solstice, I
Disgusting.
can't use the glows that I got last season where I dumped bright dust and silver.
yeah, that's
Fucking,
totally,
I'm done
yeah,
with that.
Yeah.
But
you know, it's funny talking about like customizable stuff. I feel like there's been a few games where I'm just like, this game could really do with like a hub kind of world. I think it was Sea of Thieves where I was saying like, if they add a hub where you can customize it and have like a Pirate's Cove, but I think it has one, but it's not necessarily
the whole world
customize.
is a hub
I
world. It's
guess
just more
so.
people try and kill you on site.
But like Warframe has that.
Yeah,
like
you have
it
your
has
ship.
your ship. You
And now you can.
customize
I
it,
think
you put
Railjack has
everything
like
you
the
want.
big fucking ship that moves
Yeah.
around. I think you can customize as
And
well.
I mean,
Like,
technically, Destiny has like the ship.
the
that you go-
opulence kind of
Yeah.
thing. That was the closest thing where I was like, okay, cool. At
But
least there's
it's-
something.
There's
to
no
get.
personalization in the tribute hall,
nothing.
though.
That's
and it's-
yeah, but it
yeah.
felt like it at
I feel
first
like
until
if you
everybody had
could
it.
have something like that, that would have made it like so much better. But then it's like you're gonna go to the tower.
See, that's the thing.
Like
is,
at least if it was like, oh, like I did this triumph or whatever, and then I
Yeah.
put this enemy here, right? Like at least it was like, this is my tribute hall, and you can see like this is how
Like
I
how
decorated
cool
it.
would it be if it's just like this is my favorite gun. These are the amount of kills. Like your kill trackers actually make. I don't know, not a difference, but like you can see them.
You can
on
display it
something.
somewhere.
Yeah, just something like that.
Here's my Jotun.
Like Borderlands
Yeah.
3, you know, where you could get the.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Jotun's not here. I'm using it all the time.
I'm using the
Oh,
Jotun.
yeah.
I feel like
I pull another Jotun out of the collections and I put it here.
I know they're different games, but even stuff with battle passes, like let's just include like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, like your friggin' what's it called there? I can't remember game
Underlords.
names. Underlord. Like there's a lot of stuff that like a season pass will come out every few months where it's just cosmetics. Granted, there's no story. Like okay, here's a story, but you know what I mean. There's not other content. They don't have to worry about strikes or story or crazy areas and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but there's cosmetics. I feel like I kind of when you introduce a huge pool of cosmetics into like a thing, if there's a bunch of shit you'll never get, at least you still have a lot of choices of different things you can kind of get.
True.
Destiny's just kind of like a new season will come out. You'll have the seasonal pass one, and then you'll have one in the thingy, and then you don't really have anything else that you can get. Like,
But see, I feel like
I wish
Time stuff is shit. It's shit.
Yeah, I don't like the time stuff.
I know
but
it's
I also,
supposed to
yeah.
encourage people to come in at a time that they're doing it, but it's just like,
I just want to.
What if I
No,
couldn't?
But
What
the
if
thing
I
is, they
couldn't?
did all this because people complained about Destiny 2 Year 1, where there was static rolls and they couldn't spend enough time on stuff, and like, you know, so they made this new philosophy. Back in that Year 1 of the game, they would say like, we're okay with people like stepping away from the game, and there was some quote where it's like they can leave and they
Yeah.
can come back, and we want to make it feel like they can come
Now
back
this
whenever they
year
want.
is the
Now
worst.
it's the totally reverse of that, right?
Like I think if it was still like that, if it wasn't like
they did say they're going to change up their approach, right?
they want to change.
Like,
I think so. What they did is they want to change. I don't know if I sent you a link to that thing, but they want to change up their approach where, say, this season ends, but it all still kind of exists in the background until like the year is over.
Okay.
So you could get in before like whatever the fuck the next expansion is, and then do the whole year of cool shit, and then it's gone. Whenever it does like the next expansion, it'll leap into.
But even they said the things they want to add in the season passes are
Don't-
like,
yeah.
we're going to improve strikes this season and add like more loot to them. Like, what if they had put all the Saint guns and they said like, this is new strike loot for this season, right?
Okay.
And then it just stayed in strikes.
Yeah.
Right?
instead of
Like,
an
that's-
activity that deletes itself and
Yeah.
stuff.
12
But
of the night.
that's what I hate is I think if Destiny was still like it was before, if Destiny was still like it was before, where I could jump in at like in September, I could just join you guys and like, cool, let's level up, crank through the raids, do all the new story missions, get the new exotic, like you know what I mean, like just have like a sweet week, but like a month of crushing
You
through
say
it all.
month, it would be a week.
It'd be a month if I'm doing all the like 4 seasons worth of pinnacle activities and stuff. Like yeah, dude.
Yeah, but you can stack them up and do them all at the same
true, that's true,
time
that's
if you
true.
save them up.
Don't
but the point
encourage this
is-
problem.
The point is,
okay?
I think
I'm just being realistic.
I know.
I would almost enjoy a Destiny like that if I could just separate myself from wanting the cosmetics and I could just wait till like spend the whole year enjoying other stuff and then have a month of lockdown like
But
dope
you can
Destiny.
do that right now
You can, but then I won't
because
play
all the
the
important stuff carries forward.
No, but I'm saying like
There'd be exotic quests because the way they do exotic quests is granting them to forward seasons. So there'd be a stockpile of those. There'd be a stockpile of pinnacle quests.
But I'm talking about the actual like activities and the like. There's like I can't get a title once it's gone anymore. Like there's a bunch of
right,
like
but
bullshit.
who cares? You have like 8 titles.
But that's the thing is like it's not. I like loading that game up and having a bunch of stuff to aim for, but now I feel like I have to almost rush to get it or else it's gone type thing.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
And that's
'cause
a
it's
bad
gone,
feeling, and
yeah.
that's what they're gonna
And
fix, right? Like
in a
they,
way,
they've
yeah.
acknowledged that like
That's why like where it is
this
right now.
has been a fuck up, but we can't change it until next year.
Where it is right now.
'Cause we're already done the other
I feel
stuff.
I feel like they're gonna fix it, but I hate knowing that. Yeah, this is where it is right now. Like okay, cool. Like I'm gonna play Destiny in a year from now, whenever everything's fixed.
Well, like 6 months, but
Well,
yes.
6 months until they start doing that stuff, and
Yeah.
then hope they
And
get
then
it
you
right,
can take
and
a few
then
months off.
so
and then you can come
so
back
by
and
next
have your
summer-
experience, yeah.
yeah. So
Well, I
we'll-
mean, but that's fine. What other like you've spent so much time on this game, you can take a break.
I know it's.
You have so many other games you want to play.
I'm still managing to do that, but it's
Yeah.
it's just it sucks because I feel like like I think I've said this on the podcast. Well, it's been so long since I wanted to have like my go-to game, so to finally have it, and then it's still there. I get it, but it's just kind of it sucks to hate booting it up.
I figured out the problem.
What?
You're too good at Destiny, so you get all the stuff done faster.
I thought you started crying for a second.
No.
You were, like, you were touching your foot and just like, I'm gonna miss out on stuff.
No. But
because
so
I play a lot of Destiny too, but my pinnacles take, well, except for this season, they take the whole season. You know, so I have entertainment over the whole season, but you finish them all up in 1 month because you're very good.
I finish them all off in 1 month so that I can like this month is gonna be fucked.
Or 1 week, rather.
So this month is gonna be fucked because like if you look at what's coming out in the next few weeks, because I'm still not a shitty kind of person, but like a crazy kind of person that's trying to keep up with stuff. I don't know why I'm doing it.
Right, but specifically for Destiny, you can wait. You can.
Oh yeah,
take 2 months, play all the other fucking video games, come back in the last month of the season, and still do it.
But then I feel
and do it in a week because that's what you do.
See, that's the weird part is that I feel like that's somehow the same.
The rest of the players will be there.
No, so I think it's still the same. It's still the same thing. You're right, but for some reason, me choosing to rush through at the start feels different. Okay, feels different than rushing, like having to rush through it at the end. You know what I mean? Like me getting ahead of it feels better than holy fuck, I have a month. Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, I need to get the season pass done. I need to get like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot
But I don't get the mindset of having to rush at all. Take your time and do it throughout.
Because if you look at it, it realistically takes you a week of your hardcore gaming to do everything the season has to offer.
Except for leveling the season pass.
Well, yeah, but you can.
So I still do that. That's why I still hop on throughout the season and play randomly to get some season pass levels and enjoy it. But I like doing that little rush at the start so that I can, for example, March is coming up, which is going to be fucked with like Division.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that you don't have to do that rush at the start. You can do that rush at any point in the 3 months.
Yeah, but I know how I am. Not Division. Destiny is somehow the one thing that
Too many D's.
Dude, man. College, high school, everything. I leave everything till the last fucking day and I try to do it. I know if I do it with Destiny, I'm gonna be like, what was the one thing I was trying to grind? Oh, the season title last season.
Yeah.
How like the last like week I was just fucking getting all the kills I could in Vex Offensive. I almost said Vex Offensive.
You didn't need that title.
I know, but
because you're just gonna equip this season.
I don't need it, but
you should equip Chronicler because it's crazy rare.
Yeah, but
you're hurting him. Look at his hand.
No, I just need it. No, the I know I don't need to, but the fun in Destiny is collecting shit.
Yeah.
And I hate that collecting stuff starts mashing with.
The problem is they made a game where it's fundamentally impossible to collect everything.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Like even stuff like Trials of the Nine shaders and guns are gone. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like,
but they also took my collections.
Give me more than 50 spaces for my shaders, bitches.
Yeah.
Right, but just because they're not in collections doesn't mean there aren't some people out there that have them, and I can never have them. Right, and that's fine. You just have to be like, okay.
I already get that feeling. There's already so many games that I say I want to load up and play more of. Like whenever I'm saying like, oh, I'll play some Rainbow Six at some point, or I'll trying to get back into Apex and seeing all these seasons past of shit that's just gone. Like, I already know there's so many things that I'll never be able to collect because there's a bunch of games with like FOMO stuff
but
going
that's
on.
Okay.
But Destiny's like my game. I feel like it's the one thing I have that I've put so much time into, and it's become my main game that I want to try to collect as much as possible. So to miss out on stuff because I waited for too long or whatever.
But the game doesn't even allow you to collect and keep that much stuff.
No, but the stuff I do have control over, like the battle pass and the whatever, then, and I know I can do it, so it's just kind of whatever. But
I mean, worst case scenario, you just go and spend silver per level, and then you finish.
Fuck that, dude! Oh my god. Yeah,
someone
has to PayPal me like $100 every 3 months. I'll just take care of that.
Your stream does that. It's fine.
No.
Buy them all.
No. But anyway, I don't know. I was trying to talk about the battle pass stuff at the start of this because I feel like
still technically are.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm doing this terrible thing where I'm juggling it and trying to pick certain levels that I want to aim for in certain things, and then I'm trying to play single player games and then make sure I set time for dumb things. I don't know. I fucking hate the like get it before it's gone mentality that so many games have right now.
I don't enjoy that a lot.
You have to get to a place in your brain where you're just okay with it. Right? Like
the only way to do that is for one of you guys to like fuck up my Destiny account where I can't log in for a season, so it's just gone. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's broken. The cycle's done. Like I can't.
Because then after that, the next time you come back, it'll be because You really want to play Destiny to play Destiny, not just to collect the crap.
Yeah.
Right?
Like that's the thing is what like Yalinca's working on right now with doing a bunch of the PvP stuff. That last summer was me being like, man, there's not much to do in Destiny right now. What the hell can I do? And then just getting the list of like, okay, cool, I'll spend time doing like this shit. And that was fun. And now I'm doing that except for, I don't know, because it'll be fucking gone type thing. Like, I don't know. It's a different mindset. I don't know. I think
you need to learn to just kind of like, there's enough time to get it done. No need to rush it. Take your time through it. Enjoy it. Because it's the enjoyment that you've lost. You get it done for the sake of getting it done.
I still really enjoy it. No, I do really enjoy it.
Do you know what actually fixes this, though?
What?
You have to miss one thing.
What?
Whatever it is.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is if somebody like...
If you miss one thing,
then
your brain will snap and be like, oh, I can't ever have everything, so it's fine. I missed one Hearthstone monthly card back because I've been playing that... It came out in 2014. I'd been playing it solidly until last year. Never missed a seasonal card back. I've missed one by accident because I just didn't have enough time to play that month. And it's like, oh, okay. And I took like 6 months off.
Yeah.
And now I'm back and playing the game just with the like random deck maker card. Whizbang or whatever his name is.
Okay.
And I'm just having a ton of fun with that game again. Just playing cards. It's great.
Dude, we're in 2020.
It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
Yeah. 6 years I played that game almost solidly.
Damn.
Yeah. But I missed one card back, and it was just like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm free, you know.
I think it's
so you just need to miss like something in Destiny, and then your brain will snap and be like, oh, I can't have everything, so now I don't need to worry about having every single thing.
The thing that I like, as much as I'm complaining, I'm still managing to do what I need and still have the time to play the other games and stuff that I want to do. So it's not terrible. You know what I mean? Like it's I'm complaining, but I'm still managing it. And I'm not that I'm not trying that hard, but like I'm not trying to rush through Destiny right now, and I feel comfortable to still play stuff like After Party, to play like a bunch of like Plague Tale, and like take time, like a week where I'm just not even playing Destiny, or past weeks, and I'm okay with it.
I mean, technically, you've already missed stuff.
I'm already good. Miss stuff
across like your account. You don't have everything for each character, I guess. Like,
no,
you've missed stuff already.
Oh yeah. But that's.
No, but
there's stuff I don't care about.
I fight. It's the Titan that I care about, right?
I guess so.
But it's still like I said, it's the obtainable stuff that I guess is in front of you, like the season pass and the titles. That is something I like grinding for, and it's not, especially now because they're making them easier to get.
As long as you're enjoying your time with it,
I'm still enjoying
fine.
my complaint.
I just think you shouldn't complain because you have spent like I'm gonna look up your hour count.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, that's the thing is, when I'm complaining, I'm not really complaining, because my complaint is that, boy, I wish I could play more of this game. Like,
I wish there was more of it to do.
I miss the. I feel like, as much as, like, for example, I keep saying that March has a bunch of games coming out, right, that I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I miss when. Like high school or whatever, where you'd kind of pick up the Call of Duty or the Halo, and then you just go home and everybody was playing that game. Like everybody would just, or even World of Warcraft when that was new, that one thing that you'd kind of just get home and everybody was online playing, or you didn't have a big pile of games and like a backlog to worry about and a bunch of shit. You just kind of get home and play it. Last year playing Destiny kind of felt like that. You just kind of get home like, oh, I'll boot up Destiny and do some random shit. I'll do some Gambit, I'll do some Crucible or whatever. And I feel like I don't feel like doing that anymore. And I'm slowly barreling back into like, okay, since I'm not enjoying Destiny that much, I'm going to try to play all these fucking games again and all this shit. Like, it's like piling back into that mindset of.
Is that what Rock Band
feeding
into?
What do you mean, Rock Band?
Like, get back into Rock Band, make it feel like back in the day.
Oh, man, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's like a subconscious thing. Yeah, we started playing Rock Band 4, which is fucking. Okay, how goddamn wild is it to reload up Rock Band 4 with like Rock Band 2 instruments and stuff, but play songs that were in Rock Band 1 or DLC that I bought when Rock Band 1 was coming out and 2 and stuff. Like, it feels weird to be playing Rock Band in 2020,
just in
I guess.
General, yeah.
It's just fucking weird to. It's such a dumb thing. I don't know if I can put this to words properly, but it feels crazy to be playing Rock Band, playing the same stuff I was playing 10 years ago, almost.
Pretty much, close enough.
Rock Band 1 came out like 2008 or something, didn't it?
Yeah. So like 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
be playing the same stuff I was playing back then with like the same instrument. 'Cause you just brought a Rock Band 2 instrument, which
Yes.
feels like the first
My
one, whatever.
near
Yeah, but it's wireless.
mid-condition Rock Band 2. Yeah.
And to play that and hear the songs I was doing back then and sitting in front of like the TV, and then like for example today Dan and Yalinca are here, and it kind of feels like you're with like your friends playing Rock Band again.
And one of them is
But-
playing Destiny.
One of us playing Destiny, but like no, but to be sitting there and be like, so much shit has changed since then. It's such a weird feeling to be like back in that same moment, but like now I'm in my own place. Now I'm married. Like now there's all this shit. Like it's like this weird overall mind fucky feeling
Rock Band's
just
still
of
the
just
same.
playing Rock
Yeah.
Band. Yeah, but Rock Band,
Yeah.
it's nostalgia. It's describing nostalgia, but
Small tangent. How disgusting was it the first time you started playing and your fingers wouldn't
Oh,
even go to
dude.
like the orange? Like your
It's-
fingers just denied
So I'm bad
you.
at Rock Band, so I play on medium so I don't have to deal with the orange.
But you've just decided I'm just gonna play on medium.
yeah,
I
because
mean-
if you play on hard or expert, you need to use orange.
I was bad, and I played on medium. I went to hard, and then eventually I went to expert.
Yeah.
But I had to force myself to do that because damn, did my pinky hurt. I can't use the bigger buttons. It has to be the smaller.
little solo buttons.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
God, it is.
it's
It's
time has
wild
passed.
how
I'm
your
old,
your
dude.
your so I think at least with you as well, like your muscle memory coming back.
Yeah.
And when you have those moments of like your brain takes over again, you're just you do like the fucked thing that you see is coming up, you're like, oh shit, you do it, and you're like, oh,
oh, I
I'm
just
getting
did
it.
it.
I'm getting
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting it again. Like that's a oh man, yeah. Rock Band's weird.
Yeah.
Also, Rock Band stuff is so expensive to buy now. We
Yeah. Oh damn, dude.
we jump back.
I
in.
brought over my guitars because
Oh, I'm so that like random text to Dan of Dan. This is out of nowhere, and it was like
do,
1
do
in the
you
morning.
know anyone?
It was like 1 a.m. or
Yes,
some shit.
yes.
Like
I
I
think
thought.
I
was
told
1:30 in
you,
the
like,
morning.
you were like, oh, the only person that might have it. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, it was like Fike or like Chris that moved to Vancouver.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are the people I played Rock Band with. They would have the controllers, and then you're like, yeah, ask Dan. I'm like, I don't think
I
I've
don't
seen
think
Dan
you
play
would.
Rock Band. Like I don't know. I'll ask him. And you're like, yeah, man, I have two
Yeah.
guitars.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't have a whole set.
Well, you asked me, do you know anyone that might
Yeah.
have anything?
Yeah,
And I said like, I have two. And it was like,
because I feel
what?
like every time we've talked, you've always kind of said like you didn't really have no, you had consoles, but no, it was PC stuff. I guess that you never.
yeah, no, it's PCs.
So was it you were always console? Okay. For some reason, I was just like, oh, you didn't have consoles or something yet. I don't know. My mind. It was 1 in the fucking morning. I was
You
like,
reversed it in your head.
I've been
somehow.
like 2 hours of scrolling through eBay for like, what the fuck? Why is it Rock Band guitar that was like $60 now $300? Why is the drum kit thing or like the whole setup set like $1,000 or some shit? It's like, oh my god.
Another tangent. Do you know how terrifying it is when I say something or he gets an idea in his head and he'll go on just a whole night of just scrolling through stuff and I'm just like, what's happening?
Reviews, finding
like
the best one, prices.
you're
I'm
the-
ready, man.
You're the gif of like the two kind of, is it the Lucy gifs where she has like 2 laptops and she's like hacking
you know,
both of
I
them
don't
or
know
something?
for sure, but I believe you.
Yeah. It's just like, what did I say that made you look for, what is this? Abacuses?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
I'm trying to think of like the last time. I
Just
guess
gone off and an hour later, like I know it. Like it's like the downloading like kung fu into your head in the Matrix, but it's
man.
over a few hours.
I have to watch what I say because if I'm like, oh, I really want one of those like curling straighteners, and he's just like, yeah, I bought you 2 already. It's on the way.
So I won't.
Yeah,
outright-
the 2 best reviewed ones for like different types of hair or whatever.
I won't outright buy them usually
No.
unless they're very small. Like if they're like a
Yeah.
$20 item, I'll just be like, okay, well, we'll try this thing. Or like,
But you'll spend the whole night searching stuff
if-
for
if
me,
it's
and it's just
something
like, I
special.
wish I hadn't said anything.
yeah, if it's but
I feel like it's wasting your time a little.
It's a dumb thing
I know
that
you
I
don't
really
mind
like.
doing it, but
it's the same reason whenever somebody at work or like Dan comes at me with like, oh, I can't fucking boot Division. It's like, all right, cool, let's lock into place here. Let's figure out what the fuck's going on. Like,
I love that you're
I
saying
love
people
the-
come to you. There's been times you've watched other people
Yeah,
casting and you're just like, their sounds delayed. I'm going to tell them how they can fix it. And you're there like hacking into the mainframe and like fixing it for them. It's just like they haven't even talked yet. How did you know it was delayed?
I was the Division thing that Riccio brings
Well,
up.
I hate being the person who actually tries to like. If you're in a stream, I hate being like the your audio is fucked. Like
Yeah.
I hate that.
But also you like helping
but
people.
I hate that. But I also know as a streamer,
You want to
if
get
somebody,
it fixed.
if I were to do 3 hours or something, and then someone comes in like, oh yeah, your mic was crackling weirdly. Like at the end of it, I'd be like, oh no, like why did you not tell me way before? But yeah, anyway, so the Division thing.
So yeah, just I was complaining about the Division because Stuart has finished the title in Destiny, and so he's like, okay, I'm done for the season.
Yeah.
Take a couple weeks off till the new stuff comes out. Let's play something else. Let's play Division, and then we played it a couple times. It's like, was it still $3 or something?
Yeah,
right
I think
now?
until the end of or Tuesday when the new expansion comes out.
Okay, yeah. So we were playing that, and we're having a good time, and then just one day, Division just won't boot, gives some like random error or something, and I was just like
Seems legit.
complaining to Riccio. I was like, my fucking Division's fucked or whatever. I can't play it, and he was like, oh, do you want me to fucking fix it for you? I was like, no, like it's fine. Like I'm just annoyed by it. And he's like, okay, because I like fixing shit like this. And I was like, okay, like here's a picture of the error, and he just went off and like here's all these links to like things and how to fix it. And I was like, I just sat at home trying all of them, and they didn't work. And it's funny that the end result that we figured out is that because I downloaded Fortnite, which Riccio,
That's what happened.
yeah, it like
Oh
broke
my
Annie cheat, and
God.
like it won't. Yeah. Anyways,
Was it during the raid? Like Stuart was saying that he couldn't full screen Destiny properly, or like there was something wrong with his screen, and before he'd even finished the sentence,
You
of
had a hotkey,
and you were just
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, F1 Alt 2. That's how you
It's
do
alt
it."
enter. It's always alt enter for full screen.
I think it was something about it was moving from a monitor.
Oh,
thing
he was
to-
trying to swap it to the
Yeah.
Windows
Yeah.
key and the
Yeah.
arrows. Yeah.
And before he'd even finished it, you were just like, "Yeah, just do this."
Dude, I've had people do that to me at work, and it's been life changing.
At work makes sense that
No.
you're around computers,
But you don't understand,
people
like,
who are computers.
I hate to sound shitty or whatever, but like I feel like I know a lot of dumb hotkeys and like stupid stuff, and then for someone to come down like from whatever area and then be like, I'm helping him do something, and he's like, oh, you can hit F2 and that's how you rename stuff really quick, or like hit, I forget, now I can't remember. It's like Windows escape is like taskbar or something. And I'm like, oh my god, you've just saved me 3 clicks forever.
Control Shift Escape is taskbar.
Something like that. Like,
Yeah.
but there's another like there's a whole bunch of shit that like someone will tell me a hotkey, and it's like I actually do like 5 clicks, and I know I do this
Windows
about
R is
100
run.
times. Yeah, I do this 100 times a day.
Yeah.
One that saves me is loading up PowerShell to do work stuff. You just mash 3 buttons and it just fucking pops up now, and it's instead of right clicking on different, and that's as
I
an
like that you had
admin.
to
Riccio
do it.
opened
I had to
He
PowerShell.
actually
I
did
had
it
to
just
fucking
in front
do
of
it.
us.
But it's like something that's like 5 seconds that I do about 100 times a day
Rather than
for the rest of my
running
life.
command line as
Oh.
administrator and
Dude,
starting PowerShell. Yeah.
Hotkeys are my life.
Like, it's not a bad thing. It's a really cool thing, like watching you or hearing you or seeing you do it. But it reminds me of when I was younger. I want to say I was like 15, 16. And I was on my mom's bed. It sounds really weird, but at one point we shared a bed. Just don't ask. 5 children. Mum, there wasn't enough room. She threw her keys at me, or maybe they were my keys. And without looking at her, I like Terminator caught them. And like she was stunned. I was just like, and like I didn't know that's what you remind me of every time. It's just like a synth doing whatever it is they do, just like instantly catching like
It's the
a
power
super
of the
and throwing it back.
I forgot the name. I fucked it up. What's the Dragon Ball Z power? Ultra Instinct? Is that what it
Yes,
is?
one of them,
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Or is
Where
it
you don't think and you just
You said
react.
Ultra Instinct, and I heard like combo breaker, like the screaming, like the audio clip of
Suggest Jack?
yeah. Fuck
where
though.
his hair's white. Is that right?
Super
Is it Ultra
God
Instinct?
Blue.
No, that's the
super-
blue one.
Like, I don't know anymore. Goku's
I
an
think it's
idiot. I'm
Ultra
pretty sure he
Instinct.
has
Ultra
a
Instinct
mental
sounds legit, but I don't
disability.
know if it's from it's from
It's from
something else.
Super.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
then I've never watched it then. I think the whole thing of me liking to help people with like weird technical issues or whatever
Yeah.
is probably part of that other thing where I feel like I eat up way too much information from a lot of dumb shit, but I like learning a lot of really super pointless shit. So
Well, it's not really
not
pointless
pointless
if
if
you
it's
use it all the
helpful.
time.
okay,
Like-
okay, I would say that tech side of stuff, sure, that's building up a weird like knowledge base in my brain of like, I honestly, I like learning that stuff, especially for people who are getting into like streaming that or are streaming and have like
Yeah.
some fucking dumb issue that I feel like I remember Googling for like an hour and a half, like I don't know what the fuck is broken, so I don't know what words to search for.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
if I
you're
see
the-
it, and I'll be like, oh no, it's this. Just go into the like do like this dumb workaround.
You're like
thing.
the top resource for like the whole bunch of like amateur streamers that start up around you. Like, yeah.
But I love helping for that stuff. But there's a lot of other side shit that like I eat up way too much random info on like Reddit and all that crap of stuff I don't need to know or don't need to know immediately, and I'll try to
I
just.
mean, hey, at least that's more technically helpful than like I'm really good at giving a tourism in Destiny of all and how all the currencies work and how to earn certain guns. Like that's what my brain's filled with. And
I
Star
know
Wars
what
quotes.
things do in Risk of Rain.
That's
I
dope.
played it a bunch. I will see an item and be like,
What the fuck is
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is this the attack speed one? No, or run faster. Okay, I guess.
The Binding
Fuck.
of Isaac thing where I'd always have a second screen open with like all the icons and be like, oh, I got something, escape, go check the other like the other screen and be like, okay, it does this. And then,
I don't know if Kuma's ever gonna listen to this podcast specifically, but he actually did inspire me.
Oh man.
Like how hardcore he got into like Binding and Splunky and like new shit.
Yeah.
And then when I got into Risk
Dungeon.
of Rain, and I was just like, I helped him that one time we played, and it was
Yes.
just like,
I
the
get
new
mine.
Kuma.
Also,
It's
some
me.
things you just can't help, though. You know, you couldn't have
can't-
predicted that he was just gonna unleash hell on
Absolutely.
that shopkeeper and get us kicked
Unload
out of the
into
room.
this man who's just like earning his bread and butter. Nah, gotta unload into his face because he's a criminal.
Which
apparently,
I sent you a video
I died.
when I was playing the other day because when we went, it was like a split second of Kumar just like unleashing on this
Oh,
thing, and we
boy.
got kicked out. I ended up in the same shopkeeper room,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just shooting him, and he was just totally non-reacting.
He
He was
sent
like,
me a gift
whatever.
just like, why is he not? And it's like, because you didn't go in there with malice and hatred. Also, by the time we did the run
shit.
that we did, Kuma was hot. First of all, spicy. And also, like, we were overpowered, like, to shit. So,
Right, but see, that was also my run where I could summon 8 packs of drones.
this is true. But it's Kuma.
But it wasn't enough to antagonize the shopkeeper so that he would kick me out.
Kuma alone is like a sleeper agent. You can't fuck with that. Like,
That night is like one of those video game memories that I will always remember. The just like us getting kicked out of that shop, this thing we just like barely scraped by to get to at like 4 a.m. And
It
we
being
get
the
kicked
wrong
out,
place
and we're like,
even.
"Oh, we can't get into the shop." And Kumar's like, "Okay, cool." Disconnected, Alt F4, signed out of Steam, just like, and he just started talking shit about the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm sad you weren't there, Rico. It was
I was passed
amazing.
the fuck out,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, you had to work the next morning.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was something else.
Anyone hasn't played Risk of Rain 1 and 2, go for it. It's a pretty good game.
I enjoy
want 2 to be done,
two
but-
in a way that I don't think I ever enjoyed one.
One-
One is like interesting.
Yeah.
2 is like, oh, I can just play this just for a while. Just
1 didn't catch me until I got it on the Switch. And then
Yeah.
it was like my travel game. And I was like, yep.
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Risk of Rain 2 is one of those games that is very easy to fully lose track of time.
Yeah.
Even though at the top right of the screen there's a
There's a
countdown.
constant
Yes,
timer.
Yeah,
yes.
and you're
But
just
once
like
it goes into ha-has, you just don't
no,
look
but
at
it still
it
has the
anymore.
number. Like you can look at it and be like, okay, cool, it's been 30 minutes, and you keep playing, and you're doing it, and you look back like
Is that 4
hour and
minutes? or-
30.
Oh.
Wait, what? I've just been left clicking
But-
for like.
I'm still in the Hell's... This is the third time I've been in the Hell's... Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unlocks in that game tied to something called obliterating yourself at the
Mm,
obelisk. And
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Oh.
You like melee characters, right?
What? Yeah, I love melee characters.
Oh, it's gonna be a good time. Oh.
I don't know what this obelisk is though.
We'll do it for you.
We played our runs were so fucking long
Yeah, but
that night that we played, and we never
Okay.
got there.
I was specifically trying to get something for you guys that just didn't pop up, and I don't know if I didn't no, it's a randomized thing that just occurs, right?
The obelisk?
No.
Well, the portal that I
No,
was
it's
looking
it's
for.
the first. It's one whole reset,
Mhm.
and then you get kind of back to an area, and then the blue portal pops up.
And it just didn't.
The blue port? No, I've got to a blue portal in the second area
So there's
or
portals.
the first area.
There's
done
portals that you
before.
go to a shrine and it gives you a portal that,
Yeah,
that does
the-
that. But then
the-
there's one specifically that say like Ascendant something plain
Yeah.
portals. There's like a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, and
And
that's the
that's-
one I was trying to get you guys.
It might be different now because they've patched it and added
Do you
more
have to
areas.
do the
too.
quest to you go to get Crota's soul and then
Oh no.
you become
Oh,
ascendant?
no.
and
No,
you
that's
can
on,
go
like,
No,
through
we
the
can't go back to
portal?
That's the
Destiny.
third time through, and then you do that.
See this podcast is me playing Destiny. Just little breaks, play something else for a bit,
And
we
then
go
just a
right
lot
back
of
to-
Destiny.
And we go right back to it.
Even if it's me playing Destiny, it's still Riccio at some point because you've been playing on my account as
I
well
got
to
some
make
great
sure I'm
launcher
getting
kills.
stuff. So. And
See,
Dan as well.
that getting mountaintop, getting
Yeah.
great launch kills. I felt real good doing that shit again. Things to chase is fun, man.
I feel sad for Liz when we're doing Destiny quests and then there's just random peppered in Crucible portions and she's just like. So eventually we just let them stack up and then I'll play Crucible for like a night because they're always just like get 25 kills in the Crucible or whatever and it's like okay, once we have like a bunch of these and I can just I can play like 3 Crucible matches and just they're all done.
Savage.
When you guys are doing Crucible, hit me up because that's always something I don't like. It's just fun to do Crucible for me.
So do you know when you're playing and I'll just join you in orbit and then you just don't do anything? That's because I'm joining to just wait
until I'm
for you to start a Gambit or a Crucible or whatever because I'm like, I don't care what we do.
There's
I'm
been
just here to play.
so many days, especially the past like month or two, where I wake up, I get my day ready, I get breakfast, which is usually a cereal bar and a cup of tea. I load up Destiny. I don't even necessarily start playing it. I just load it up to have it in the background. Then I'll watch YouTube and I'm like, I've got 5 minutes. And then I'll go into Rumble or something. It's like, it's all Gambit, which has
online
been
all day.
The amount of time that I'll be sitting at home and she'll be watching like YouTube videos and in the background you just have that hum of space and the music happening and you just know it's like, well, she'll go back to it at some point.
So we always quit out at home because the like Shadowkeep startup music is now the like whoever starts playing first will crank the volume so that wherever the other person is or whatever they're doing, they'll hear it and be like, oh, okay, it's Destiny time. Yeah.
Nice.
Look at that. We talked about Destiny again.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, hopefully if we get it done this time, we don't ever have to do it again.
It's always
no, because by the time it
it's
will be in a new
going.
season next podcast.
So much more to come. Dude, okay, at least next
What
time
we'll do, the next podcast will be themed, so we can't.
we can compare it to Division 2.
We're not allowed.
But I won't have played the new expansion because I'll be playing too much Destiny.
I guess so.
Can I ask a question to you guys and the viewers? Because I did want to talk about like music. We won't go in too in depth, but I can listen to
Nioh.
Song of the Ancients' Fate, Song of the Ancients' Popular, Deviler, Grandma, some, you know, a little
I wasn't
bit
sure
of
what you were talking
songs,
about until you said Grandma. And
Grandma.
I was like, oh, it's near.
Or what's the Automata one? It's called Grandma Reprised or something like
Destruction.
that. Fucking Grandma. I don't know why just calling it Grandma gets me so hard.
It is Destruction.
Yeah,
by the way. Okay,
sure. I mean, Grandma
That
destroys,
track name
dude.
sticks out.
It does, but those songs on loop all day, just killing murking idiots in Crucible, and just like singing a completely made up song to the point when I was still in London, like I would have my window open. There's a YouTube channel that has like 30-minute renditions of the songs where it's kind of just looped, and I'd have that looped for hours. So 5 hours straight of just it's like my mom would just pop her head and be like, you fucking okay? Like, what is this French?
Are you
what
starting
is
a
happening?
cult?
And it's just like, yeah, what? Me, I like it. Yeah.
I can listen to. There's a lot of actually Destiny songs that I listen to a lot. Like
Really?
As much as I hate the Sanctified Mind fight in Garden of Salvation, the song that plays during it is like, I have that on loop sometimes when I'm doing stuff. The fight when you're I don't know the actual name of the encounter. It's when you're carrying Riven's heart.
Oh yeah,
out.
yeah. Yeah, the Riven song that loops, and then the Reckoning stuff is probably my favorite. But yeah, go on.
Wait, like Riven's actual fight?
So
or the
Riven
walk at the
fight,
end?
yeah, and the walk. Like there's a part in
The
most
walk
of the
fight, the walking her heart out is the
Yeah.
one of the best songs in all of Destiny, I think. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good Destiny.
I like the one with Paul McCartney.
Oh no.
From the Fallen bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that would copyright claim people when you walked into it.
Oh, really?
Just get muted fucking sections of your stream just for walking into that stupid bar sometime.
I feel like that's
funny as hell.
why I like that Lost Sector, because it's just like
That's
I have
the
a
best
little
Lost
jam with
Sector.
them as well.
It's-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Side
Especially when there's like good music playing and you're just like gone in there with a shotgun
It's
and
not
you're
the right
just,
song, but-
I'm ruining your day today. Yeah.
So-
We had to do it for the Bastion quest for Liz
Oh,
yeah.
just a couple days ago, and
Yeah.
it was the like cowboy like doon 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 song playing while we just like rolled into that Lost Sector and obliterated everyone, and it was fantastic.
just a side thing, that Lost Sector has that Paul McCartney song or whatever.
Yeah.
Just recently, so I don't follow any like Fortnite news really, but there was they added an emote to their store which they changed daily or whatever, and it was the Rick Astley song. They're never gonna
Okay.
give you, and it plays the actual song. It's not some like
Oh.
bullshit rendition of it. It
It's
plays
true.
the song.
It's like licensed and
yeah,
everything. Oh,
and I
wow.
feel like the turnaround time of putting in a fucking patch that mutes licensed music as they add it to this new feature, I think it was like a 1-day turnaround or something, because people were getting copyright claimed on YouTube and like
Oh,
stream, like mute it,
man.
like just for adding that one fucking emote into
It's
the
like,
game.
hey, if you're a streamer, you can just turn this on.
yeah,
now.
yeah, do it. Just get it out of the way. But that, yeah, it's just funny. I like that games at least give you the option sometimes when you're playing stuff like, I want to say like Wolfenstein or whatever. They'll give you like in the options menu, like, do you want to turn off copyrighted music or yes or no? Like we'll replace it with some other thing. I always keep it on because fuck it, whatever. I want to hear what they intended. But
Control did that as well, right?
Control, yeah,
Same
for a while.
It's funny we're talking about this experience with like music and video games and stuff. When my dad plays video games, music's off, totally muted, and he
Really?
skips every cutscene.
Ooh.
That see, I can understand everything else except for the skipping cutscene.
Yeah.
Except for if you're just really enjoying the gameplay, because like I've had times
He
where
played Metal Gear Solid 4 and skipped
That's
every
fucking
cutscene
wild,
with the
dude.
music
Oh my God.
off.
that's fucking wild.
Does he read the story at some
No.
point? It's just like it's
He's
just, I
just
just
there to play it.
I won't
yeah.
be a sneaky. I just want.
That's
be
why I
so
like Grand Theft
sneaky.
Auto 5 so much.
Because like recently I've been playing Outer Worlds, and I definitely get to the point where there's some side quest. Someone will talk to me like, "Oh no, can you go to?" It's like, okay, cool. Skip, 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 and then I just get to the thing like, go to the fucking farm and find the thing. It's like, okay, cool. Like there's a lot of times where I can understand skipping cutscenes whenever.
Yeah, a lot of like just whatever we put this in as a quest to like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's good ones that have like twists of like whether it's bad or good or some other weird thing, but sometimes it's just like, oh man, a beetle ate my friend's arm and he had a thing on it, and you're like, okay, fuck it, just where is it? It's okay, it's over there. All right, cool.
I guess
But
if you don't,
You should play The
care-
Witcher.
Yeah, I still want to get to it. This year I said it.
All the side quest
I
stuff.
said it last year, and I fucking hate myself that I didn't stick to it. This year, I literally want to try to put some time away for Persona 4 Golden and Witcher. Bringing those two back as what I was supposed to do last year.
Oof.
And I still want to do Persona 5 when it comes out.
It's March next week,
Yeah.
dude.
March next week.
Wait,
and-
it's March.
It's March
Tomorrow.
yeah.
29th.
Dude, we're recording this on a leap year.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't listen to this for another 4 years. Is that how that works?
Is it? I don't.
Everything on this day gets deleted.
No, it just means 4 years from now
Oh.
we'll have another one on another.
How do
Yeah.
people with birthdays on this day work?
They just celebrate it on the 28th or the 1st.
Yeah?
I assume they don't actually like
Do they just blip out
legally
of
age.
existence? Nah, they're just gone, dude. They Benjamin Button.
They
or
only
something.
exist on leap years.
Dude,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
fucking wild if they were screaming as the
Like the
midnight
Avengers
ends.
blink away. It's just like, oh, back and
Okay.
leap year's over.
You know,
Bye.
you know how long you'd live for?
4 times as long.
Yeah.
No, a single day every 4 years?
No,
Well,
you
there's-
live for the
No,
leap
that's
year.
no, that's what I'm saying. If it was the day that exists, that doesn't make any sense because anyway, it doesn't have to make sense. Yeah.
Where are you going?
Okay, I was trying to think of something. There's something that Addie wanted me to talk about, which I guess was a bring up thing because I wanted to try to think of something, and he mentioned it. New consoles, right, coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate how there's been an explanation thing that like not an explanation. Xbox kind of came out and they're like, "Hey man, if you buy Cyberpunk, you'll be able to play it on Xbox One." And it got me realizing that like
Wasn't that CD Projekt saying that though? That
yeah,
wasn't
well Xbox kind of like they both
Okay,
they're advertising the Xbox whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like going from PS3 to PS4 or like 360 to Xbox One, like a lot of shit changed. I understand how stuff doesn't work, but now like those consoles are essentially PCs.
And now this
That sounds like
more
a
powerful PCs.
Yeah, but it sounds like a cool idea. But now it's just like I don't know. That
if
sounds
games
like
don't do this. That's kind of fucked.
yeah. Like that sounds like
Yeah.
a cool feature, but like wait a second, like why does it have to be announced? Type weird thing.
Yeah.
I wonder. I'm kind of curious how the end of this year is going to be. Because I remember I know Microsoft put out their little. We have 12 teraflops of stuff.
I don't know what that means.
They did that with the fucking Xbox One X, and it still runs like shit half the time. But that's fine. The thing, like I don't know, that's more on the UI side of the CPU. I don't know what that fucking side.
How
anyway.
much better can games look? I feel like Death Stranding was already like I didn't know if I was looking at Mads Mikkelsen or the game version of him. Like, how much better can they look? Like, we're already there.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think it's honestly gonna be like the RTX stuff that makes lighting reflections look cool. Oh look, the barrel of my gun reflects my own face or something as it gets headshotted. Like I don't know.
This is kind of this is kind of related, I guess, but not quite. But I've had since the PS4 launch a red. Oh, he's still going. 1 second. A red PlayStation controller in
Oh,
its
man.
box up until yesterday, when I was trying to play
That's
Nioh
why it looks
2.
so fresh.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Nioh 2 and Nioh, I guess,
'Cause I
technically.
broke your touchpad.
You tried to fix it. Did I get juice in it or something at some point? Why was the initial
that was
fixing?
that was just the analog sticks. But like I fixed that
Oh,
probably like
yeah.
6 months ago or something. Fuck,
Whenever
like,
my nails get long, I
Yeah.
like dig them into the thumbsticks, and they were
would have
like
been when
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts
slowly-
came out.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was Kingdom Hearts. You said let me just fix these for
Does
you.
it not use
And
the touchpad?
I don't think so because I mean I guess I didn't use it.
Yeah,
But at some point, like I needed to use it in Nioh, and it was just like, nope, something's
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah.
So had to use my end of an era, dude. End of an era.
Of having a sealed controller.
Yeah.
Sitting
Like I could have sold that. If the Rock Band ones are going, like the Rock Band guitars are like $300 or
Well,
whatever.
but they're
Yeah.
fundamentally
True.
less of them were made. Than
Yeah.
But I
just
mean,
DualShock.
I gave
4s.
my Beatles one to my brother in London. I need to get that back and
So,
sell it. Like he doesn't need it.
The
He's
wild,
got kids.
the
He
wild
don't
thing
need
is that red controller I think wasn't ever sold in Canada.
Oh, really?
Because there's certain
What?
colors that are only in certain places.
I have a red.
a red one
controller.
like that. Okay.
A red and black one?
Okay.
I
So there's,
just bought it to buy it. I didn't even. There was no
okay.
effort.
There's certain colors I think that are only in the EU or something. And like,
Did you have blue ones?
Like-
I have a blue one.
yeah. I don't remember. I think it was okay. Now they might all be there, but I think there was like this big fucking thing
I have a white one. As
like
well.
a year
That was
ago
a
where
big
they're
deal.
like, we just brought over whatever color, and it's like, oh sweet, now it's available in the United or in North America. I don't know.
How
There's
do you
there's
guys
like
get,
weird.
like fucked out of stuff so
There's
hard?
weird shit.
There's colored Joy-Cons, the different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They release one half
The
with
left
the
and the
colors,
right,
and
yeah.
then it's reverse in Japan.
I hate
so
that.
if you want two of the same, you have to import
Also,
a set and then
Gotta
sell
be
the other one.
Japanese.
Joy-Cons are so fucking expensive though. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
Well, it is technically two controllers, like,
yeah,
and one of them has like weird shit in it.
Mm.
but I feel like
It's fine.
yeah.
I bought
I
my
guess.
second set and I'm fine. It's
I can hear the ice cubes. They're
Oh,
marbles.
no.
Why did it say
Yeah.
ice
No,
cubes?
no, it's ice cubes too.
No,
What
it's
was it?
in the advert. It was ice cubes, but in the
Yeah,
actual
and then it's
game, it's like
marbles.
marbles in a box. I'm an idiot.
Um,
It will make sense when you get it.
no, I
Once you
know,
switch. Okay.
but I just realized
Why
I
would I
haven't
have
played
done
it
that?
since.
Yeah, no one has.
I
We
1-2
played
switch.
it in Texas at some point, I think. But
I 1-2 switch this conversation up. Get it? 1-2 switch.
it took you twice to say it.
Because
and
you
then...
kept talking.
I know.
Okay, what'd you want to switch it to?
I don't know. I have
Okay,
no
then
idea.
don't
Oh, well,
say
what the
the
fuck?
thing. Like,
It was a pun.
We
It
were
doesn't
having
have
a
to mean
nice
any-
adult conversation. Adults are talking.
No, but a pun is
And then-
yeah, but like
that wasn't a pun.
y'all
It
are
wasn't
adults.
A pun.
I'm over here making puns like a super soldier.
That's a play
Fight
on
me.
words. Eat ass.
It's like a super.
I don't know, man. Wordsmith.
Can I? Okay.
Just
and
saying things now.
I feel like I'm bringing you out constantly. I love you. Just remember that.
Okay. Oh,
I
no.
did not realize all these years his fake gagging sounds, like chair in the
yeah.
room, falling down on the floor and going, was actually real him gagging, almost being
Yeah, like
sick.
I'm vomiting almost.
He
Well,
is-
yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't. I thought it was just him being an idiot.
She would
Look
tickle,
at him.
She would tickle me while I'm like drinking or something. I'd be like, and she's like, ah. Until like recently, where
Oh, hi,
like
doggy.
vomited.
Yeah.
She was like, oh,
This is real?
This is real. Like, oh my god.
This is real life.
Just on command, vomit a little bit fakely.
Because in all honesty, he
But,
does.
but it's not fake because.
But yeah.
He also does have moments where he fakes it, and he's just like, haha, like got you. It's like, all right,
Oh man.
Yeah, that's some shit.
yeah.
Speaking of faking stuff,
Oh,
Oh,
I
boy.
thought that Nioh was shit, but apparently Nioh is really good because I don't know.
again, he rushed his way through the first game to help
Yeah.
me because Nioh was kind of
Hold on.
For
shit.
something
Hold on,
that they
let's-
ended up
let's-
patching.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Let's dial
you
it
can
back.
Start from the
Let's
start.
dial it back. Let's dial it
Okay,
back.
all
Nioh
right.
is a fantastic video game for the
Better than
PS4
Sekiro.
that uses a controller to control a samurai man. Okay, no, anyways, no. It's
I mean,
it's
you
like
were
a
going
yeah,
there,
no,
it's
it's
right,
like
it's
a
correct.
Dark Soulsy kind of thing that came out for the PS4 only.
Yeah.
Then PC later on. It doesn't matter. It's like it was a game that I think for the past I don't know when it came out. Let's say it's 3 years ago.
It's more than that,
It's
yeah.
more than that. Let's say it's 4
5.
Let's say it's 4
Let's say
years.
5.
Let's say it's 4
Let's
years
say
ago.
5. It's probably 4 years actually.
Just as a random number, it's 4 years ago. Let's say for the past 3 years I've been shitting on it because back when it came out, there's a demo that they put out, just like they did for Nioh 2 right now. Just making sure this is Nioh, not Nier. I know I'm saying it really
It's
fast.
Nioh.
Nioh, Nioh. There's a demo they put out that was like, hey, it's like Dark Souls, but you can actually co-op with your friend. You can just invite a friend and you play through the missions, and it was super dope.
Yeah.
So,
But it was like that in the demo.
it was like that in the demo.
Yes.
And then so I pre-ordered it, and I'm like, oh man, Yalinca, we're gonna play through this whole fucking game. It's gonna be
So
dope.
excited.
The game comes out, you can't do that. You have to finish the mission first to be able to co-op with your friends. So you'd have to be one step ahead to then summon them.
And I remember you angrily texting me about
Yeah, I
this.
was like, this is fucking garbage, but the game's still fun. And then
Me and Stuart were going to get it to play through it because we were on a Dark Souls kick, and then we didn't get it because you said the co-op didn't work anymore.
So I just fucking tried to barrel through that game as fast as I could to kind of get my like shitty quick playthrough out of the way so I could join Yalinca for most of these missions or whatever. Little did I know, I guess I wasn't paying attention as I was going through those late missions where I was like fucking complaining about the bosses being too crazy and everything just being the same shit over and over or whatever. I mean, okay, location-wise, the game is still maybe not the most exciting for the end of Nioh, but realizing that I was trying to play through stuff that was... Okay, so the game's like Dark Souls where you level in this experience and all that stuff, except for I feel like you can go way higher level than you can in Dark Souls. Like, towards the end game of Nioh, it's expecting you to be like level 160, and I was like... I had beaten the game already when I reloaded my save up this week, and I was level 107, so I was definitely trying to play through the last, let's say, third of that game
Grossly underleveled,
where bosses were one-shotting me, and I definitely had the bad time with it. But anyways, the reason we picked it up was to do that co-op stuff. They took that out for the launch, and then they patched that stuff back in later on. And now that Nioh 2's demo is out before it comes out in 2 weeks, we started playing it, and it turns out I was wrong, and if you played Nioh properly, it's actually a good video game.
And it has the co-op that you wanted to know. Yeah.
It has
Three people.
It has so 3 people co-op in Nioh 2, and not just 2. And I feel like the way they do Dark Souls stuff is awesome because there's still like the secret password thing if you want to just summon your friends, but there's no invaders.
Oh.
So it's even if you were to just like summon a pool of people that would like, you say you have a group. I don't know why this would happen, but say you have 20 of your friends playing. 20 of your online friends playing, it's probably a better number because I don't know anybody, 20 people in person though. Anyway, 20 of your online friends playing Nioh, at least you could put a password, nobody would join. But at least it's not like Dark Souls where it's like, hey, Dan, you should, I'll summon you. And then the gloves are off for invaders. There's no more level limit. Like, now everybody's level 400 trying to join you and kill you. Yeah, Nioh's co-op.
There is invader level limits in Dark Souls.
But I thought when you summon with a password or something, it just takes off the limit for what can invade you. I thought, or at least it was. I think it was that. For
if you put a password on your game, it's only people with that password. Like
even for invaders.
Yeah,
dude, I could have sworn in like 2 or 3 or something, it was still getting me invaders, and it was like, remember that was before they put the password. Was that Bloodborne?
Bloodborne might be different.
Maybe it was Bloodborne or something.
Because Bloodborne has it built into the with the area with the bell ladies.
I think
it?
Bloodborne didn't have the password at first, and they were the first one. That was the first one to add it, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then I feel like that's when I was probably like telling someone to join me, and then it was just like getting fucking annihilated at the start of the game by people that were crazy or something. I don't remember.
I do know. I ended up reading a thread about like, I can't remember which game it was, but like maybe it was about Dark Souls 2 when the whole like, because the subreddits do like revivals every like year or two. They get like, okay, on this month everybody start a new character, and we'll work our way through the game all as a community. I think it was during one of those that someone was like, here's my build for like soul level 1 invading or whatever. And it's like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck? Like, here's how I totally destroy new players that don't know what's going on yet.
It's like in my mind, I can't picture invading in Bloodborne or being invaded. Did that? Because like Dark Souls, I picture it's the big glowy red fucking person comes out of the ground. Like if someone invades.
It was just an area pretty much in Bloodborne. Right?
Yeah, it was like the nightmares, wasn't it?
Was it that?
Where you mostly get invaded?
I remember there was NPC invasions or like the human players.
There's definitely real humans.
Those real humans.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it looked like.
They just looked like hunters.
That's wild.
Weren't they just red?
Were they red?
I don't even know if they were red.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
I
thought they've always been red.
Because there's like hunters that are like just hunters in the game, right? I know there's an area where there's like a well and they don't have anything. I can't remember what the actual like invadey guys look like.
I mean, the Gambit invaders are red, I presume, because all of Dark Souls invaders have been red.
That makes sense, yeah. But anyway, Nioh's co-op though makes it so it's just fun to kind of join friends and do whatever. And they kind of have an interesting mechanic where like there's a life bar for everybody together, separate from your life bars, that only drains whenever someone's dead. So it's
that was the missing piece of you explaining the revive
Oh,
mechanics to me.
okay.
I think I didn't understand where the bar was,
Oh yeah, no, it's
Or,
separate,
or like
yeah.
how it was represented.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like a blue bar.
There's
And
like
I
a-
didn't realize it was like a shared bar for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
but the
We were both playing at the time, so we kind of just like, yes, it's this and it's that
yeah,
stuff.
it's Nioh.
It was the guy sword.
Is the guy.
But it was wild. That demo has one level in it, and it took us 4 hours to go through
Yeah.
it with a 3-player co-op thing. Because in co-op, you don't actually get checkpoints. You have to restart the level from scratch every time you die. But it was wild to spend like
Oh.
4
Yeah.
hours. Yeah, it's wild. But you keep everything kind of
Yeah.
as you go, like your inventory, your money.
Oh, there's no
your-
like corpse
yeah.
run.
No, it's not
Oh,
corpse
okay, that's great.
So it's fine.
Yeah,
It's just kind of-
it's just a fun co-op game at
It's
that
just
point.
Borderlands.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
but
great.
a fucking tough one, and it's
Yeah.
super fun to.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like how with
Great.
Borderlands, every time someone joins, everything gets harder.
Yeah,
Pretty much just
everything doubles in health and triples in health if you're 3
yeah,
people.
no, that's
But
great.
yeah, you
Um,
keep everything.
But it was wild. Like we played for 4 hours, and the entire time, like it never got unfun.
No.
And it was like cool to go into an area and be like, okay, this time I'm gonna try to drop from above. You try to pull their attention. I'm gonna do this thing, like, or like you saving up your arrows. So me and Red Dead would use our
Okay.
arrows to.
So did you? I feel like when you told me the story initially, I
Yeah.
thought that it was 4 hours on like one run of the world.
No,
It was wiping and going
Yeah.
back. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But
Okay.
it was fucking cool. Like we
Yeah.
started it. We got to like the first, not room, like the first little zone, like a little swamp area, and we tried and we kind of got around like a corner, almost made it to like the first checkpoint, like where you can kind of heal.
Died to
And died,
one
and then
barely boss.
We do like
mini
3
boss.
runs of doing that, and then we got to that, and then we're like, then that part was easy when we were trying to doing it again because we
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
had gained levels, we got some loot, and then it was cool to just slowly crush farther and farther into it, and then as you're doing that, you're building up your character, and we're kind of as a group finding like our roles almost,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it just
Just like
something
you were
clicked
saying,
with
you
that
guys,
game.
You
that
guys
was,
would be up against the boss, and I'd be back, like shooting him to kind of
Yeah.
stagger him and stuff.
Like,
and-
So
it was-
is it totally easy, just normal like, hey, I'm going to invite you, we're going to play like just Destiny
Pretty
style? Like,
much,
just,
yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay,
just the only
that's-
thing is you create like a, so the way they're doing in Nioh 2 is you can customize your hut that you chill in, which is like in the main menu or whatever. So you just invite your friends into your hut and then you choose missions. The only thing though is that they can only join on missions they also have unlocked. So say if you get to like the end game,
Okay,
you can't just
but-
invite your friends into it. You'd have to join them and work through their
Yeah,
like,
but if me and Stuart were just going to play it
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
the whole time.
and it unlocks it for both of you if you
Yeah,
beat it. Like
okay, whatever.
yeah,
Great.
like I
Amazing.
was hosting it, we beat it, and then because we all
no
beat
need
it
to do the fucking Dark Souls thing of like,
exactly,
we beat this
leapfrogging.
world and then we go back and we beat it for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And then,
None of
Yeah,
that.
that shit's fucking annoying. But yeah, so man,
Looking
like
forward to
it,
Nioh too.
it was weird because that game also started feeling like Monster Hunter at times because
Yeah,
there's so many
yeah.
different weapon types, but like the weapon types aren't just like Dark Souls where it's like sure it's a bunch of like short swords or whatever, but they all have like the same like attack moves or whatever.
Movesets.
Yeah, so you kind of like I was using the scythe, Red Dead was using he was
Dual-
actually swapping it up to a bunch
He
of
has
stuff.
single and dual swords, I
Yeah,
think.
he
and
was doing-
I had single and dual, but I was using dual and he was swapping between.
Yeah, but it was cool because when you're fighting the bigger dudes, like it for some reason felt like Monster Hunter in a way.
It honestly
was
does.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Nioh 2 was this thing that I wanted to try it this weekend because it was a 3-day demo or whatever, and I was like, fuck it, let's just see if it's worthwhile. And it spun out of control into like us restarting Nioh 1
now
and like,
Neo's like your fucking favorite game.
dude,
Yeah.
it's like I'm in that like fucking glowing period of like,
How
dude,
many
this
times
is
did I
lit.
say, why did I stop Nioh? Like, I knew
know.
why you did. Why did I?
And that's what
I was
hate.
enjoying it.
I like shat talking to so many people.
I
Like
feel
Dan
like
was talking about it. and I was
Something
like,
had to have come out or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't think I would have just stopped it for no reason. I know the game was hard.
I think
so
it was
that
the
could have
co-op
been as
stuff.
well. Yeah.
I think you were just waiting for me to finish it so we could play, and then
And
when
you
I finished
just
it,
were
I
not
shat on it. So,
enjoying
yeah.
it. Like the one butterfly ice boss
Oh my God.
lady was the epitome of you just testing that game.
I think the worst part about those games is when you're not having a good time with it and you're streaming it, having people watch you fail, and then you'll have people be like, "Oh, just do this thing." It's like, dude, you don't fucking understand. Like, I am doing that. I've been doing that for like an hour.
Okay, this is gonna sound. I'm always the one who becomes racial, but I'm gonna say
Oh, boy.
this. I feel like watching you. Don't shake your head. I feel like watching you get upset and annoyed and frustrated at a game is the most kind of like watching an old Asian man cry type. Kind of like it's the saddest thing. I hate it. You're like such the cheerful person
Oh
that
my
when
God.
you get frustrated and angry, it's just like
Oh. don't know why that reminds me whenever I have
I
to.
feel like I have no idea the stereotype
No?
you're trying to touch on here, and you don't need to explain it. I'm just totally...
Okay.
I feel like at most I remember a GIF, like a picture of
mean,
GIF or something.
I feel
but-
like Game Grumps talking about Hoshi was definitely a thing that, I'm going to load it up so that I have it in the background so that we can watch that at some point. But...
for some reason that reminds me of whenever sometimes I have to like discipline our cat. And I always have to like look at Yalinca and be like, okay, I'm gonna yell. I don't want to do it. Just get ready for me to make like a loud sound, just to like either get her to stop scratching something somewhere or whatever.
like her slicing you up during the raid.
Oh, dude, oh my
you
god,
screaming at it.
but still paying attention
Yeah.
to the raid though. Dude,
I don't know how you did that.
man. I love our
Everyone in
cat.
the call went silent for a split second and then
Cat's
went
so
back to
cute,
call
though.
outs.
Oh, our cat's so cute, and I feel bad every time it's like I don't want her to do something, so we gotta like teach her. Not that we're screaming at the top of our lungs. I want to make sure that's not what it sounds like, but I don't know. I feel like I'm soft spoken at times. I'll say weird shit, but I'm soft spoken at least. I'm not saying anything out of anger. So to have to go into my angry voice is a thing.
Well, the tone of your voice is more important.
Yeah,
than
I guess
else,
so,
right?
yeah.
So
But oh man, we built this friggin' gigantic cat tower for the cat. Like that thing is literally meant for 3 cats. I'm sure there's 3. Okay, I'm jumping in between things. We were looking for cat towers. Okay, I gotta tell you, Dan, when you're looking at cat towers, the amount of photoshopped cats and or towers where they're just like, it'll look good in your living room, and it's like the photoshopped image of the product shoved into a living room that's not even the right angle or matching light, and then there's fake cats like poking their heads out that are not actual sizes of cat. Like it is fucking wild how someone, and oh man, anyways, thank God Amazon has like review pictures that people can post, because you're like, okay, cool. So if you have a slightly larger cat and they try to sit in that top bed, they're not going to be like, the bed's not going to envelop them. They're blasting off the side of it. Like it's for a kitten. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so anyways, we bought her a fucking cat tower, and she's so goddamn cute. Can't believe how hardcore I've transformed into a cat person. Because before this, like, I've had 2 dogs. Sure, I had a cat when I was young, but I was like,
probably got infested with that parasite.
what parasite?
Toxoplasmosis or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't remember what's happening now.
It's the one where the cat vomits in your
There's
mouth
some-
or something,
no,
and you
no,
get
no, no.
maggots and
Oh
No,
in your brain.
that's not what I'm
Mortal Kombat 11?
I'm glad you knew what I was talking about.
There's a parasite that cats carry, I guess, it doesn't affect the cats, it only affects humans.
Oh.
And it actually is completely harmless. It gets into your brain, but it makes you care about cats more.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've said this to you.
Oh. I mean, I just
I
zoned
called
out.
it specifically toxoplasmosis.
Oh, that's
Is that
probably
the actual
that's
name
probably
of
what-
it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it is, but I'm sure that's like a lobotomy thing. I don't know.
I think I probably zoned out when if you said the actual
You
word, I was
always
probably like,
zone out
oh,
when
fuck. when you throw a big word at me, I'm like, I was not ready for that. I'm just going to nod.
That's always been fascinating to me, because it's like, oh, this like domesticated animal like evolved us to domesticate them and take care of them.
Weird.
Yeah, it's yeah.
That's fucking wild. That's not like some sci-fi shit or whatever.
No, it's apparently real.
Last of Us 2, is that what this is all about? Making the clickers, we have to care for the clickers?
Yeah,
and
but it's not plants, it's cats.
cats versus zombies. Dude,
Did you see the 3rd one just came out? Plants vs Zombies?
so I've been in a beta for it for a little bit, but it was weird and I didn't like it because everything was like on timers and like the cards just kind of had
And
like
it's
an
vertical?
energy. Yeah, and it had
Yeah.
like, but it's out now?
I think it's like soft launched, did the like Canada, New Zealand thing or whatever.
All right. That's
Riccio is picking up his phone.
No. I would never pick up my phone in the middle of the thing to low battery to install a Plants vs Zombie. Dude, I actually really enjoyed Plants vs Zombie 2 a while back.
Yeah.
Except for then, similar to something like, let's say Destiny. Let's not go back into it. There's a store where then you'd have to buy all the plants, and most of them were paid money, and it was like, I just want to get the
That's
cool
right.
shit.
I think we're coming up on the end of the podcast here, but before we end, I just wanted to bring up our Destiny 2 gameplay times, because I looked them all up.
Oh my gosh.
So, Yalinca, you're unfortunately coming in at a 3rd place here with
Oh, darn.
585 playtime hours.
Ow. That's
Destiny
mostly
2.
in orbit, but that's fine.
So you're lucky because your PS4 one or PC one you're gonna show now is probably a.
It is both, but
transfer.
Everything's listed on here, so
is
we
it?
can
Oh,
add
sick.
up your hours.
Cool.
Yeah. So Riccio, your post cross save character, or not post cross save, post PC character, I guess.
Oh, okay. When I swapped to PC.
Yeah. That has 852 playtime
Jeez.
hours on it, and I should say these hours don't count time in the tower,
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
time in orbit.
Okay, cool.
It's just
When an activity
in-game
completes.
sessions. Yeah. And then your previous PS4 character is 187.
Yeah, I was gonna say PS4 I didn't get that far, but
Yeah.
And then let's see.
and that's only Destiny 2.
We have me.
Yeah.
I have 1,079 hours in Destiny 2.
Not as much as I thought.
What more
I
would
was
it
thinking
be?
1,500 or something. Like at this point, dude.
Dude.
Well, I have my Destiny 1 playtime here too, and it's 666.
Oh boy, you should probably load it up for a little bit.
Satan.
I really enjoyed the.
I also have an extra 60 hours on my deleted PC character from Battle.net before cross save was a thing.
I like the.
I think I can check Riccio's Destiny 1 time
boy.
here somewhere.
The Destiny. What the hell was the heat map thing that we had before, where it would show you the hour count per day?
I think
and it
it's
would color-
called Destiny Heat
Is
Map.
it? Yeah.
So,
But it was really crazy because you'd see like this September when a new DLC like.
I
This
see.
is before.
Your PlayStation names are different from. That's why
Oh,
it
yeah.
only shows my Destiny 1.
But the heat map would just be like kind of dark. So this is back whenever Destiny I'd play it, but I would do it like the season and then wait and then whatever. But the September times to just see it just be that 1 week of like red hot like 16 hour like bullshit
it
days.
grades it from like a very pale green all the way through a yellow up to a red, and then like a really dark almost
red.
black
Yeah.
red. And your new new big expansion weeks are always like fully black red. Just like 5-6 days of just
Yeah.
I played for 16 hours a day. Like yeah.
I would take time off from work. I think I'm gonna stop doing that this year maybe, but
I don't think that's the thing. Seasons used to be like, especially big expansions, it was like, here's a giant amount of stuff to do on the first day and like the first week for that matter. Now everything's paced out over a couple of months, right? So I don't think the new Destiny expansion day is not like a take a day off work day anymore. Like it's just,
I gotta say like we would take a lot.
new stuff is gonna start and we can play a little bit tonight and then it's not.
I would take like a week or two off usually for Destiny, but I think it was more of a like also just a break from work more, and then like the other stuff we try to do stuff, but yeah, dude, a lot of Destiny.
Yeah,
we play a lot of Destiny.
We play a
Look,
lot of Destiny.
clearly from the hour counts just listed.
Yeah, I think like I say I play
The
a lot
weird
of,
thing is that it says you're in the top 8% of players for playtime wise.
Yeah.
But for some reason my number's higher and I'm in the top 16. I don't know why it's tracking.
I
it
wonder
weirdly
if that
like
tracks it like because yours was PS4, maybe it's like the PS4 pool of players that's comparing it with, or some weird shit that it hasn't fixed yet or whatever. But
Oh, maybe because yours is PC only.
yeah. And I'm sure that was a smaller group at first or something, or like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Or
no,
maybe it's like
Especially because there's tons of like.
unlocks.
because like do you do much competitive and PvP stuff?
Yeah.
You
Now
do?
I do. Last couple
Okay.
months at least.
Mm.
No, I specifically looked when I saw the percents were different. I checked and
Yeah.
it said it's just playtime.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I was saying like Warframe, I think is the only thing that I would also have a lot of hours, and I'm pretty sure like if I were to check Steam, it's probably like 300, like 300. Like it's still, and that counts me
300.
Yeah, but that counts.
That's it.
Yeah, 300 or something. But I mean, that's it. As in that game I've idled, and I've had streams open where I'm just sitting there, like talking to people, figuring out what to do, or we're just chilling. Like, there's been a lot of idling time in that. So for Destiny to be that, plus it's not counting the idling time, like there's a huge like
or tower time, which is still like doing stuff. Yeah.
Same thing. Like if you look at my Warcraft hours, like way back in the day, you do /play and it would say like multiple weeks of time, but that's also like, dude, the amount of time that I would be sitting in like Orgrimmar or Stormwind or whatever and just fucking leave or watch an entire season of a TV show
just
because
while
I've
you're
just
still
been
logged in,
just mashing spacebar and running in circles because I just want to be in the game, but I'm not really doing anything type shit.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, like I don't know. That's back when like there was social stuff of like you got really attached to your guild because the servers were so. It's kind of like I guess what Classic is now, but the servers were so small, so your guild was kind of like a group of friends, and then your friends would be doing stuff that other people in the server would know, and then people would know. So you just want to be online, just kind of keeping up with people, or just be whatever. But anyways, yeah, even those
a big social RPG.
Yeah, So that's why Destiny is definitely like the
What they call Destiny when it was first coming out? Social shooter? Is that what they called it?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Friend game. The end game is friends.
Impact kill.
Impact kill.
Friends.
The game.
Man, I guess I like Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are in top 8% of all. How many players play Destiny?
I only shit
I
on
want
it-
to know the greater number that it's comparing that to. Like what's actually above you, you know?
So I want to say something is that I feel like I complain about Destiny a lot. I think that's what we'll end on or whatever. But I complain about Destiny a lot and I shit on it, but I don't ever think it's a bad game. I just it's like that. I can't like the same thing is like sure I'm happy that in like a year from now it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't hate it just to hate on it and shit on it and like sure I'll poke fun at like little things
I
it's
think
doing.
it's awesome right now.
It's awesome, but it's just like I can't wait for it to be in a better state than it is now for what I want.
Mhm.
But it's still fun. Like if someone were to ask me like, should I play Destiny? I'd never be like, no, dude, it's not fucking worth it. Like so like no, because for all the stuff that I've maybe already done, anybody getting into it, like your friend that's playing now, or like somebody coming into it who's been playing, like Red Dead jumping back in or whatever. Like it's still really fun to jump into. Like it's not shit in any way. It's just for where I'm at with it. Like I can't wait for. That's why whenever the new season starts, it's gonna be fun again for a little bit because there's
because you finished all the quests.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's like an 8%er problem, you know?
That's why I mean, like I would never shit on the game because I know it's fucking awesome. Like there's in no way anybody who's loading it up to put playtime into it. I don't know the right words for this, but like it's not a waste of time. It's not like you're I don't know, insert some shit game that doesn't get updated anymore. Like I don't know, just I don't know. Destiny's still, I guess, fun.
You're reminding me now, for some reason, when you say that we were going to start this podcast and talk about Among Us.
Oh, fuck, dude.
And then we just fully haven't the entire time.
I guess we can pitch that for a second because I do multiplayer nights on
every other Sunday.
Every other Sunday, kind of offset by one Sunday whenever I'm on
so
call.
From the release of this episode, that would be...
Not next weekend. It was supposed to be next weekend, but I'm going to be on call.
Okay.
So I'm skipping that one.
2 weeks from now.
So if I give a date on it, I guess, if anybody's listening to this, we've got on March 15th. So it's usually Saturday or Sunday, usually Sunday. I don't know what it's going to be, but we usually find a multiplayer game to get everybody onto and have fun with.
And the last one was Among Us.
Among Us.
Which
and
is a little... I'm trying to remember the board game name for it.
It's like Werewolf or Mafia or all that shit kind of thing.
Secret Hitler? No.
I mean, yeah, that's the same...
Kinda.
Yeah.
Same
idea.
Yeah. Deceit,
Deceit
but
or
as
like
a kind of like...
There's a specific board game term for it, and I'm totally blanking.
Yeah, it's
social...
Deception.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways.
But it's
lie to your friend game.
The games we're trying to look for are like ones that are either cheap or on sale that it's easy to get a bunch of people into.
The nice thing about Among Us is that it's cheap on PC and free on phones.
And when we learned that it was free on phones to just join, like, you might get an ad after every match or whatever. But like that was like such an easy, like, this is 10 players, get people in here, let's go. And
there's a similar game called Push the Button on Jackbox that we might
check out.
Check a look at.
Push the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically
one of the mini games. I don't
Among
even know,
Us.
Oh, okay.
But it's like questions instead of doing tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Among Us is like you're on a spaceship, crew of up to 8, was it?
10.
10? Okay. Yeah. Group of up to 10 people.
Up to 3 of them can be bad. We were playing with 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And they're trying to kill the rest of the crew.
Yeah, and the crew is trying to get the ship working again.
Yeah.
And stay alive.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like, I liked it a lot more when we said you can only talk during the meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that
games like that really matter for everybody to agree to like a certain set of rules. Everybody was being really
well. I mean,
awesome
even the game said, "Hey, you should only talk during the meetings."
Yeah, but
I think it made it way too hard on the imposters. For,
to try to sneak around when everyone's saying like, "Oh, hi, Dan," and then, "Oh wait, Riccio just went silent." Like, I guess Dan's the killer. Like, yeah.
When I was the bad guy like 2 times in a row, and it's just like I don't know.
There's one of the times where you were the bad dude, and then people were like, I don't remember. No, we weren't having conversations at that point, but it was just kind of like we were playing and I was streaming or whatever, and then you're sitting next to me and we're not even talking to each other really, and it gets to the first meeting and there's just 4 people dead, and we're like, what the fuck? Happened? It's been like a minute and a half since we started. Like, It was there was a lot of good moments in that.
Or when we were both the bad guys and we just
Oh,
not even
still
a
didn't even-
single word of
didn't even-
communication
yeah.
between us and we just obliterated.
But like, we didn't even communicate. When
I
it
went
came-
back and watched the stream
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
see specifically that time.
Yeah.
And I think after the initial, like, okay, game starting, everyone's going quiet, I think you went, hey, and you went like, yeah. And that was it. There was no more, yeah.
And even when we were trying to do the like meeting bits, like we didn't discuss what we were going to say. I think I might have, did I throw you under the bus, I think, or something?
Yeah, you did. You voted for me.
Because everybody started voting, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I guess so." And then
I did that to someone else at some point because I knew they were voting for him. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know where he was, so I guess I'm gonna vote for him too. Like,
I really hated how one of the ones where it came down to me and some other guy who were away from the rest of the thing, and then he got killed. I don't remember what the fuck happened, but it was two people that could have been the killer. It was me and another guy, and I was fighting. I'm like, no, it's not me, dude. He just ran away from the body, and then there's just that guy like has left the
disconnected.
game,
Yeah.
and it didn't say the game ended. So I'm like,
Yeah. It must be some weird bug, guys.
He took one for the team. He really wanted the
And
guys to win.
I said to ban him. Don't let him play again.
but yeah, so the multiplayer nights we've been having have been fun. We've done that. We've done 7 Days to Die.
I would like to do Among Us again. That
Among-
was,
Yeah.
that was
Among
really
Us,
good. Yeah.
Among Us is going to become a mainstay of because okay, so there's like I said, so we've done 7 Days to Die, which was one that we spent the whole night playing. We did the same thing with Among Us.
Yeah.
But the first night we played,
I think
like,
Among Us is almost like a good, because it's a little free thing and the games are pretty
a good
short. You can
constant.
get people.
Yeah.
You can almost start your night with a couple games of
Yeah.
that, and then
so stuff
move
like that
on to
and
whatever else.
Jackbox or whatever. But like the first time we played, we did like Hand Simulator, which was fucking hilarious. Which is a physics based. Anyways, it was silly. Just look up Hand Simulator.
Yeah, there's the one game I watched of you play that.
Battle
where you're all
Royale.
sitting at
the
sitting at
table.
the tables, and you're trying to like get your hands to actually physically pick up and like
Load a
a
gun.
revolver and shoot it at somebody, and just every time someone was about to be successful in that, and there's that moment where the gun is held up and held like right at someone's face, and it's like there's a moment of like the tension lifts and there's the realization from the person about to die who's like, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Like there was always like, okay, wait, hold on, like,
Yeah.
and then boom, and it was every time, because there was always that little bit of hesitation because you
Yeah.
had to make sure it was perfect and then figure out how to pull the trigger.
Or the one that I really enjoyed when we had the tanks and Riccio was just smiling as he killed us all. That one was pretty
It was the
good.
one that made the most sense for like the controls,
I actually
and I
did
immediately
see,
got
you
it.
immediately got it. You were just like,
Yeah.
yeah, firing the gun over and over again.
Smiled the whole time. Like, I'm going to try and go back and clip that because damn.
What else did we play that day?
Psychopath.
The first night. It was Hand Simulator, and there was something that we played at first.
Killer
that,
Queen Black.
Killer Queen Black. That was fucking so fun. So
I'm
games
sad,
like
I'm sad I missed out on
so
that
things like
night,
Killer
but,
Queen Black and Among Us, and like Jackbox.
that game has a permanent price drop on Switch
I saw
now.
it $10 now.
Yeah.
Jackbox?
No,
Killer Queen.
Killer
Oh,
Queen
okay.
Black. So I think what's gonna happen is one of these Sundays. I like using it to test games that are like a little bit bigger, like if we're doing like Conan or something, or like Ark, or like the bigger
Conan?
fucking
Dick Simulator.
the one that's like it's like a survival game,
Yeah.
but it's
Exile?
I don't
it's
know what the fuck that is.
yeah, it's just like I'm looking for games that you can get a lot of
PC
people.
video game market never ceases to amaze me.
Bad
There are
rashes.
games that 8 million people play every day, and I've never fucking heard of it.
Worst time to drink. No, so there's a lot of multiplayer games you can play PC that are really fun, like Apex, sure, Overwatch, Destiny, like a bunch of shit that like sure you can get like 6 people together
Yeah.
or 4 or whatever number.
I thought it would be
3.
fun to do a private match only Gambit like league or
Yeah.
something like that, you know?
I feel like we'd need to get a lot of people who are still currently playing. Like that'd be
No,
a good
it
idea.
doesn't matter because power is whatever in Gambit. You can still kill the enemies just the same.
But it's more the exotics that you have at your disposal. Or
No,
whatever.
just
But-
make a house rule, no exotics.
But anyways,
You
at
know,
some point,
it's
that would be fun to do if we get a lot of people
private matches.
who are still into Destiny from like the multiplayer people that we talk to, I guess. But
Or get new people in because it's free.
Yeah.
Hey, come join us
Yeah.
on this private Destiny. You're using blues. That's fine. No one's using exotics. Whatever.
triple grenade launcher.
Yeah.
But either way, so we're trying
The
to
people
find
that have a lot of stuff can limit their builds.
but we're trying to find a lot of games that have a lot of people in it. So something like Ark or like a Conan thing. It's like or Minecraft or 7 Days to Die. Like you can get 12 Among Us, 10 people. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to find stuff that's a big number. So stuff like
Yeah.
Killer Queen Black, which is 8, I guess. Still no.
Yeah.
8. Yeah. Okay. So 8 or that stuff like those. I want to find a night where instead of having a night where we play multiplayer, like maybe I start earlier in the day and then you kind of go through a bunch of stuff that's easy to swap people in and out with a low barrier to entry, like Among Us that's free or whatever the hell.
VR chat.
VR chat. Oh my gosh. Or
Solved it.
people really want to do board game simulator, tabletop simulator.
Yeah.
Which I kind of find sometimes a little bit sleepy, but
I guess
if we get your people,
depends.
it's going to be fun anyway. So as long as somebody that isn't me is the one in control.
The last time we had a stream of Tabletop Simulator, we played that Secret Hitler game.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I think I was the main bad guy. I don't remember exactly how the game works, but I remember very successfully lying to everybody.
God,
and I won that game, and that was fun. And that's the only time I've ever played that game.
I think that's why I've been really happy with everybody that we do play those games with, that they're nice enough to like pause the stream or leave it, like Among Us or Deceit, or whenever we played like Trouble in Terrorist Town or Murder.
If anybody opened the stream at any point, they'd know exactly what you were doing. Yeah.
And I mean, there's like been times in the past where you play something like Trouble in Terrorist Town and someone just be like, someone will stick close to you and you're like, they're aware. Like, okay. Like I can tell that you're faking it and that you know type thing. But anyways, yeah. March 14th, 15th, we'll be doing the next one.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell we're gonna play. I know Jackbox is something we definitely want to do. And I guess at some point we'll do Animal Crossing. If we could get 8 people to roam around an island doing absolutely nothing. But
I'm looking forward to Animal Crossing. Yeah. You saying that you were the main bad guy in Secret Hitler? My brain.
I don't remember exactly how it works, but yeah, I think I was the.
I wish. I'm sure a lot of people's brains are like this, but I thought you were gonna say Dungeon Master.
Oh.
And then my brain said Dungeon Daddy. And then I'm wondering if anyone has ever been called Dungeon Daddy, and my brain just farted. And
I'm sure
going off on this train into the distance.
I don't know if you saw me just kind of like.
Yes.
I imagine the same person who's uttered those words has had to unzip the leather mask first, say it, and then rezip the leather mask.
And then get whipped because that wasn't the safe word, so they shouldn't have spoken.
Unless it was the safe word.
Unless it was Dungeon Daddy. I feel like that's just.
So let's never utter the words Dungeon Daddy again on this, if we can.
And that's
thanks everyone for listening to this episode of the Super Ultimate Podcast.
I've been your Dungeon Daddy.
Oh no. Tune in.
I was gonna say I'm your muck mama.
Oh no.
Just leave, guys.
I've been Dan.
I've been Yalinca.
Exit the podcast. Step on your headphones. I've been Riccio.
Only if it consents.
Thanks for listening, and we hope you tune in next time for another discussion about
Destiny.
Something.
Yeah.
Something that inevitably becomes Destiny.
Bye.